Oh. Hello and welcome everyone to Realm of Shade, the Lament, Session 3. Before we start, I forgot to do this last time, so I'm going to go ahead and award everyone the money you would have gotten at the end of last session.
Oh, money!
Yeah, you would have gotten it at, you would have probably gotten it at pretty much right before you took your rest at the end of the day, so here you go.
Where'd shame there's nowhere to spend it.
When you guys made your contract with Alanik,
that makes sense. I didn't even think.
Yeah, you would get 20 GP every day you spent investigating for her.
Oh,
or for
okay.
him. For him.
I thought it was at the end. Got it. That makes sense.
At the end of every day.
No, I mean like once we finished, it's like okay, it took 4 days.
Here's the lump sum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why make sure
that way if any of us dies, they don't need to pay us.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't pay up.
I also went to make sure to add something about possession because
we have to activate the glitch that lets us stay here for
take this out, and we will
3,000 days.
Coins.
They probably don't have that much money. It would probably be like, and we have $0. There's $0. There's no reason for you to stay here.
And I'll go ahead and refill that for next time.
No, scrounge up more money.
Scrounge up more money.
I craft my 20 gold pieces into one shield made of gold pieces.
Yeah. The other thing is, because of Snack's performance for the Nightmare last week, I have given him an inspiration to use for whenever he wants.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so he's got a little star up there. A poor decision.
You're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. With that said, I will go ahead and get us to session recap. So, when we last left off in the House Lament, our travelers had deciphered 3 sets of troca cards left behind in the entertainment room. Guiding the others through their meanings, Boris had interpreted each one of them as representing someone who had once made a dangerous business transaction but had been brought to ruin by it. Someone who had been made a prisoner by the supernatural and was seeking answers, and those who worked together to fight off evil, which would eventually lead them onto a great journey. Leaving the last set of cards to represent themselves, the travelers moved onwards as they explored the rest of the first floor. Returning once more to the parlor, they reported their findings back to the 2 detectives, who began mulling over what they learned. Prepared to commence a seance, Alnick proposed to the travelers that they could use a personal effect, hoping to contact one of the previous residents of the house. However, with nothing else to provide, they commenced the seance as normal. With Karen and Brian sitting out of it to observe, the 6 remaining members of the group gathered around the table near the spirit board as Alnick, leading ceremony, called out to the house, asking whichever spirit that would answer to manifest itself. After a moment of silence, the candles around them began to flicker as Alnick was struck down by a cold electrical sensation. Rousing his head up once more, the voice that greeted them was not that of Alnick, but a nobleman who went by the name of Garland. Asking why he had possessed the elf, the spirit gesticulated to the travelers, saying that this process be far easier for everyone involved, alluding to a lack of time. Through the conversation, Garland revealed himself to be over 2 centuries old, as he, among a few dozen others, was murdered inside a castle by a treacherous knight known as Mara Silvra. Referring to her as a blight upon the land, the nobleman spoke of a deviltry, a possible cause for the travelers being brought through the mists, as her bloody maskers eventually led her across the country to the gates of the castle. However, the former Lord Dolk had apparently captured the knight, threatening those who had joined Mara to suffer the same fate as her, execution. During this time, Garland admitted to Dolk's hardness, but according to him, was far more preferable than the coward that came before him and the tyrant after, as those he executed were considered extremely dangerous. Mara had a reputation for bloodshed, one which stained her brown hair crimson during her bloody conquests. Brought to the point of madness, Mara harbored an unknown hatred towards Dolk, which consumed her, forcing even those she encountered to march forever onwards towards the castle. As such, those who relented and abandoned the knight were given their freedom by the Lord. Proposing to help free Garland from his imprisonment, the nobleman suggested to the travelers that they could get rid of the guardians of the house. Considering them a threat to any further search, Garland was convinced that they were protecting Mara's ghost, the one who was keeping this house together. While he was a spirit trapped within the estate, there were several areas he could not see into, one of which was the castle's tower, which he claimed was protected by a spirit called the Leaper, warning the travelers that it prevented all those who entered from approaching. Before they left, Garland pointed out to them a useful weapon for their fights, one that had been hidden beneath the front porch. He told them it was an axe, which had previously belonged to Lord Dalk. Assuring them that it would help against these threats, the ghost vanished. Cutting loose the wooden floorboards outside, the travelers soon discovered a hidden crawl space. However, Brennan seemed hesitant to approach it. Fishing out a flask of liquid she referred to as Golem's Gaze, the adventurer took a huge swig of it, as their nerves seemed to steady. After exterminating some lava, they proceeded forward, digging up the axe from a grave directly below the front door. Tired and wishing to fight the leaper with their wits about them, the travelers returned once more to the parlor to receive their payment and rest. As Brennan was polishing the axe before sleeping, a deep voice gurgled up from the pit of her stomach as it spoke out to her. With a gruff and intoxicated manner of speech, Brennan took it to be the echoes of the axe, Bilestone. The lazy eyes of the demonic toad almost seemed to blink with their honeyed words. Before being caught up too long in the conversation, Boris woke to take over her shift, as Brennan laid herself off in the corner by the fireplace. With a throbbing red smear, Brennan awoke to find herself prisoner of some mercenaries in a dark passage. Cuffed in chains and unable to find her way forward, that darkness seemed almost impenetrable to her eyes. Being shoved forward, Brennan was brought to the basement of the castle, where she met a man in dark blue burnished armor. As the dream proceeded, and Brennan was thrusted through the caverns of her mind, Boris awoke. Boris was keeping shift, as he kept himself busy with the Troca deck, examining the cards within it. Deciding to do a mock drawing, the retired soldier pulled the Shepherd card out as, with it, a second card came out of the deck. Pulling it, it revealed itself to be the card of the beast, as an ominous feeling washed over the man. Taking a sudden look around the room, Boris soon discovered the disappearance of Brennan, as she was no longer within her corner. The only remaining traces of her being the bottle of whiskey she had taken. Making contact with Ulrich, the two soon awoke the remaining members of the room, as thoughts ran wildly through his head. Hearing screams from downstairs, they all rushed onwards towards the basement, as Brennan soon discovered herself to be within a wooden casket. Pulling her way out of it, the wood splintered under her claws as she fell out onto the floor, barely with enough time to gather her bearings. Brennan was met with the comically bad sound of a cat as several hairless felines stand at the wine cellar before her. And, as we continue, I need everyone to roll the initiative.
Yeah.
Alright. Let us initiate with my +4 now. Let's go. Ha! That's a
Oh no, I missed
12.
the
We
thing.
out here initializing.
18.
Yo, shout out to my 4.
Oh,
Shout out
that
to
hurts.
your 4.
Yo, shout out to Ulrich's 4 too.
I will go ahead and roll Brian's initiative for him right now, since we don't have
I
zombie.
could work with my my board.
Does anyone, by the way, wish to use... oh my god, he nat 1'd.
Wait,
Oof.
wait, hold on. Wait,
Oh my god, 3 4s at the end.
Were those all nat 1? No, there was a 2. It was 3, 2, and 1.
And they're all 4s.
And they're all 4s.
And they're all 4s.
What
That is
disappointment.
number.
Does anyone wish to control Brian for until zombie gets here, if he does?
Oh my god. I just realized it's 3, 2, and 1 with the modifiers of. Sorry, it's
you
1,
want
2,
to?
3 with the modifiers of
Give
3,
me that
2.
boy.
I will go ahead and clear ownership of him if you want to take him.
He's mine.
He is
The edgy boy
yours.
is mine.
And
Well, it
as...
seems like edgy, but that's fair.
Look at that portrait.
Anyways,
Fair.
it's Fafnir. Come on. Anyways, as Brennan, you look forward. You see the catus before you. As rolling a nat 20.
I hiss back at it. By the way, can stream see that?
See what, sorry?
I'm opening stream. Just like, can they see Brennan? Because I know that's a separate map.
That is
Yeah.
a separate map. Do you have both maps
Don't
open
worry,
right now?
Don't worry
Okay.
about what stream can see.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Play the game, fucker.
Play the
All right. As it's going to make its way over, and it's going to attempt to bite you. Rolling a nat fucking 1.
I don't see number 14.
All right, I haven't revealed them, have I? There they are.
That means they should have advantage on the roll, right?
You're right. What would it roll?
Oh no!
Would you believe me if I said it rolled another nat 1?
Yes.
Because it rolled another nat 1. Brennan.
What?
Oh no!
Hello, it is me,
Hi.
Brennan. Action dash, bonus action dash.
Okay, so you are action dashing, leaving the range then.
Yes,
They will go ahead and get 2 opportunity attacks off on you.
that's fine.
As I will just roll them with 14s for now. So it will make an attack against you. Missing, and this one will also make an attack against you. Rolling both 4s, as they both miss.
Back on Chris.
So you're action dashing up there. The top of the stairs will be the wood platform.
Chris?
So that's 45 so far, and that's 20. As I will go ahead and move you onto this map up here.
So let's put me at 60, 90.
That'll put you about 60.
And then I get.
Alright, gonna mute him. Oh,
I have
okay.
100 and. Yes, I have 140 feet to work with.
I believe so, because you don't have the ability yet to give you an extra movement at the start of your turn, do you?
No, it's when I dash.
Yeah, okay.
So.
So you arrive there on the stairs with that. That is going to be through a wall, by the way. That is still through a wall.
That way.
What are you able to see? Hold up.
There you go.
Yeah, that's not through a wall. As you run out there, and as everyone sees
50,
Brennan
60.
running.
The door's in fact
Oh yeah,
closed.
the door's still closed. It is still closed.
Object interaction, open the door.
You object interaction, open
Yeah,
the
the funny
door
part
as
is,
you.
are we both trying to open the door from different ways?
I would imagine that Boris was in the middle of almost opening a door without object interaction.
Oh,
There she goes.
found her.
You see Boris in front of you as you're rushing past them?
Yes.
Okay. That will take an additional 15 feet of movement to do that, by the way.
60.
Let me.
I have
Oh,
enough.
I
That would
closed
put
up
me at
that.
about 100, right?
Yeah, I was about to do calculations real quick because that was 60. 15, so 75. Plus another 50.
Yeah,
So that would be
she'll stop at
125.
She'll go 15 more feet and then stop. And that is her turn.
Okay.
You are quiet again, Snack.
Oh my goodness!
Seeing as you left the room for Mal, and you did manage to successfully evade them without getting hit, I'm going to go ahead and skip their turns for a moment. As Karen, you just saw Brennan rush out the door, past you. She seemed to be running for her life.
She's gonna step over here. Close the door.
All right.
Hey, you, big guy, stand there. And it's going to walk in here.
Having said that as you walk, unless anyone wishes to go downstairs, I'm going to say that's the end of combat because Brennan managed to successfully not get hit once. So I'm going to remove them from the combat tracker.
Door, that opens
It does-
inwards or outward?
It appears to have moved, I'd say, inwards. No,
Cool.
no, outwards. It would be towards you, so you're able to keep it closed with your body.
Okay, towards me.
Yeah, so it
Cool.
opened outwards.
I'm gonna just find a piece of wood from the broken table and just.
Wedge it in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that's you. I'm going to go ahead and clear our initiative for now.
Just so I don't have to stand there and I'd be like, cool. Now, if someone gets stuck down there again, it's going to be harder to open that door, but...
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and close
Hey.
that map out for myself.
How you doing?
Goodness gracious.
Brennan is hunched underneath these paintings, 1,000 yards staring into the table.
The table full of the cloth-covered chairs.
Yes.
And one doll.
And
Okay.
one doll. That is also cloth-covered.
Hmm.
What? 1 second.
For clarifications, would you guys have gone to sleep at 8, or would you have gone to sleep earlier? I want to know, just in case, what time I need to move it up to. I'm going to do it manually rather than with the clock, so
It probably would have.
expect small.
It probably would have been as soon as we're like, okay, we'll hit bed. We'll just whenever that is.
Yeah, whenever the adventure stopped, I guess, last time.
Okay, so the moment you pretty much got back to the parlor, you would have gone to bed after everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
How much rest did we actually get?
This would be about...
It was like the final bit.
It was about during Boris's shift, so this would have been roughly 4 hours.
Oh, it was the start of my shift? Okay.
Yeah, it was during your shift.
I'm about to say, because I thought
by the way,
Orlick
Sid,
was also awake.
Ian.
Ulrich was on your shift as well.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Because I
I
remember
was
my
just
shift
gonna-
was long because I don't need a full rest.
Your shift basically starts on 3. Oh no, it would have been 6 hours in then.
Yeah, okay.
I thought you were 2. Yeah, yours would have been 6 hours in, so you got 6 hours sleep. Unless you want your shift to be on any other one, I'll go ahead and put you on 3, by the way, Sid.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because that's what I did last time.
Because
Yeah.
we decided you woke up with us.
Yeah,
You were awake with me.
no protest.
Okay.
You approach.
Is everything alright?
She's gonna wave her hand in front of Brennan's eyes.
I'm gonna wait a minute and just listen through the door.
You don't get much of a response from her.
Now I'll even be like, okay, to the other two.
Boris, you take a listen through the door. I imagine you using your passive perception. You hear nothing.
Okay. After about a minute, I'll leave the door. I'll prop the wood against it, and I'll go to the other room.
You're falling a disappearing act. Wanna explain that, maybe?
I had a dream. I was thrown into a wall and bricked in. And then I wake up in what I thought was a buried coffin. And then I break out and it's just a wine barrel, but I was still stuffed in a wine barrel while I was asleep.
Oh. Is that why you were running?
I mean, wouldn't you run away from the thing you hate the most?
Wine barrels?
Oh no, I love those. Just being stuffed inside one and sealed inside. Couldn't handle.
How did you get into a wine barrel?
Well, that's what I'd like to know.
This house is very haunted. I don't want to discount anything.
Felt like I was a kid in that cavern again.
You wanna get a little more sleep?
I want to get a lot more sleep.
That's fair.
I feel like I've been running around for an entire day, and all I did was fall asleep.
You still feel the bruises on your knees and the scabs.
She rubs her wrists from where the shackles were.
There are no shackles binding you. Not here.
Looking at her wrists, does she have the bruises from the shackles?
You do not see any bruises from the shackles on your wrists as you examine them. As you look down too, you see that your legs lack any absence of scabbing or injury, other than what might have been caused by the wine barrel.
I may take the better part of tomorrow hanging with the doctor and the other and them. Unless you guys really need me.
I'm sure you can take a break.
Karen,
You'll offer a
not
hand.
Karen, Brendan. As you are thinking this thought, you hear your gut gurgle to you as the voice of Bilestone speaks up. You sure they're gonna be able to handle the leaper on their own? Quite a dangerous guardian. You don't want to see her get hurt, do you?
No, I don't want to see Karen get hurt, but I don't think I'm in fighting shape right now.
A little bit of trauma, a little shooken up, and this is what gets you down.
Fight a monster any day. Small places I can't deal with.
She's saying this out loud.
Yes.
Does Brendan take her hand? Actually offers it out.
She'll slowly reach out to it and grab it.
As you do feel a bit of a frigid touch as I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on you.
Gasp.
If you are willing.
Sure.
Blep. Technically, that would stop my rest.
Technically. Screw technicalities, though. You're a book girl. You know how the books work and you know how to break them.
I break books all the time.
She'll, if Karen will help her up, Brennan will get up.
She will act as a post.
Okay.
Okay, I want to go to sleep.
I like that plan.
She's going to walk over here.
Follow
Boris.
behind.
And open door, but it's over under my token, so fuck.
There you go. Hold up. There you go. I got you. Boris, as you see them walking past, the adrenaline pumping through you and the fear in your mind begins settling.
The door's
you guys
closed
got
again.
stuck in the door.
Uh,
I'll just hold on.
Oh, no.
I got this.
What?
As you return to your corner, you find an empty vial of golem gaze and the whiskey bottle sitting there, along with your sleeping bag.
She burritos.
But
herself.
nothing else until
She
I
has-
show up with all your other stuff.
She burritos into her sleeping bag.
We.
As everyone is leaving the room, Ulrich.
Oh?
I'm going to
Yeah.
say you reach here, as you see Brian probably going somewhere around here, Cloud going here.
Okay.
You hear a soft, almost egg timer ding behind you in the room.
Oh, turns around.
Behind you, you see that the oven has been left open, as it seems that something warm is in it.
I'm gonna like glance to like where Brian is going in the back of the oven, and then at the door, like it still has the wood blocking it. And I'll kind
I'm going
of
to
slowly
say
approach
Brian
the oven.
notices. You slowly approach the oven as you do notice Brian catching your glance for a moment and approaching.
Yeah, we can't fucking see.
Can you not click their tokens?
No, it's,
We can't see.
We
no,
can't see.
I would have brought a torch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You guys have resources on your
We,
sheets.
we
Yeah.
fucking human, man.
Whoosh.
I just
There.
switched to player vision to make
Use
sure.
torch.
Which, as you take a look within the oven, you see sitting on the oven rack a freshly baked cupcake.
Another cupcake.
My God, it was another cupcake.
Oh no.
Is
Does
it
it look-
exactly the same?
I can't believe your vice is cupcakes.
You examine the cupcake?
Yeah, I examined the cupcake. And it looks. I pull the other cupcake out of my pocket. Look, to compare them.
You examine the cupcake, as it appears to be a freshly baked cupcake. The frosting is once again a pink frosting, as it appears to have, in blue frosting, different lettering than the last one, as
Ooh.
the cupcake that you had before has the words "enjoy" on it with an exclamation mark. This one has the words "rest well" on it.
That's
Oh
not-
boy.
Well, that's not
He
foreboding
extracts
at
the
all.
Cupcake. He extracts the cupcake from the oven.
What do we got here going on? Brian says.
He turns around with one cupcake in each hand, one old, one new. A nighttime snack, I guess.
I could use a snack. I'm very tired from having to walk all day, and I haven't had much.
I want to flip a coin for the fresh one.
Sure.
All right. Ulrich will gently put down the cupcakes on top of the stove, oven thing, and take out one of these nice new gold coins that he got.
What do you want to say? Which ones, do you want to say even or odds?
I'll say odds.
Odds? Okay. You know how to roll the custom die? Or do you want me to?
You can just do it.
Okay, I'll roll D2. You win odds? Okay. Alright, you get the freshly baked cupcake then.
All right. You'll hold out the old cupcakes, Brian.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Brian pockets the cupcake without eating it.
I will add a cupcake to his inventory. Unless you have an inventory item.
I
do not
made
have
my
a
own
cupcake.
inventory item. I made my own. Can I put it in the party sheet? Can I just drag it in?
Yeah, you can set it to 2 and drag 1 in. Or, if you want to add the old cupcake, sure.
I added the old cupcake.
Understood.
Give him the old cupcake.
Hey,
Isn't
Silver, I
it?
think you're forgetting something.
Yes.
What did they just acquire?
Item
They've
sound.
acquired-
Item sound.
They've acquired a cupcake. Oh wait, let me allow all URLs real quick. Did it play?
No.
Hold up.
There it
we
is.
go.
There it goes. It was taking a moment. I
Wait,
didn't-
Times overlapped.
Every time I
Yeah,
reload
that's what
Fantasy
happened when
Accounts,
they
it
handed
requires
to
me.
each other.
It requires me. Yeah, 2 cupcakes required. It's cupcake removed. It's reversed required sound, and then it's cupcake acquired.
Beautiful.
All
Once
right,
Brian
thanks.
is out of earshot, Ulrich's gonna look at the cupcake and look back at the oven again. He'll just kind of he kind of shrugs to himself and he's like, "Good night" to the oven, and then he'll leave with his cupcake. After bidding the oven good night.
Motherfucker has 100 pieces. Oh, sorry, 200 pieces of paper / parchment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's right.
Man, that's a lot.
I'm an
author.
author.
I think I know where he spent all of his money.
Well,
That's
Rich,
a lot,
as
I
you-
say, as someone who's playing an Inscriptor and took like 75 because,
Oh my.
you know.
Oh, Rich, as you leave the room, do you close the door behind you? By the way.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, there was weird stuff behind that out of the door. May as well.
As you close the door, you hear the creaking of the oven door closing.
He hears. It's like that kind of thing where you hear it, and he doesn't quite like stop himself from completely closing the door when he hears it, but it's that ... moment. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Keep heading back.
That's fair.
And you guys finished resting?
Yes.
Okay. The time is already moved up to where it needs to be. Did you have mage armor up, by the way? For the sake of it, I will move it up to 2 hours just to have it go through for timing.
I don't know why mage armor would still be up.
I think you put it up freshly because you had the 10-minute cast time for ritual casting it.
Right.
Did
yes.
you ritual cast it?
Yeah,
didn't you?
I didn't ritual. Well, I did the longer casting time.
Longer
ritual
cast.
because it was like it takes me like 10 minutes to don armor.
Yeah,
anyway,
so I put up mage
Yeah.
armor at that time.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys
Oh, I
finish
really have to
resting.
doff this fucking armor again.
Uh,
Well, actually, I don't because I've technically fully rested.
You have fully rested. You just no major
What
activities.
do you mean?
I guess.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
You
As you
know,
all finish resting, and you awake to a new dawn.
moved on. I was gonna say that because it interrupted Boris and Ulrich's watch, right? And so
It
I guess
did.
we like kind of finish up ours and then we like go to sleep.
Boris
for the
only
rest of
needs
the night
4
or
hours.
whatever. Well, Ulrich doesn't. Ulrich's human.
Yeah, exactly. You go back to sleep,
It goes back to sleep. Yeah.
and then it's me and Cloud.
Yeah. I think Ulrich is pretty distracted by his cupcake for the rest of his watch, and at the end, I think he's just gonna eat the cupcake. He's just gonna do it. He resisted the other cupcake, and
Boris
now there's
has
a nice
his tarot
crushed cupcake.
cards. Ulrich has a fucking cupcake.
Ulrich,
Simple man of simple pleasures.
as you are eating the cupcake, you get a few bites in. As you feel something hard in your mouth and wavy.
Wavy. He like pauses and chewing and kind of like maneuvers the wavy thing out of his mouth. I'll take that out.
As you take out of your mouth a single lockpick. Not a set, but just a single lockpick. Good for one use.
Well, that's unique.
Turns it over and it's like, huh. Looks down at the cupcake and it's like, well. Turns it over a couple times and is just gonna accept that.
I don't have any cupcake, any lockpick. But if you wish to make yourself a single lockpick,
The cupcake lockpick.
Cupcake
Yo.
lockpick.
A cupcake.
a cuppick, you have acquired a cuppick.
Imagine if we had the pre-knowledge and we come across a locked door, so we just kind of shove the cupcake into the keyhole.
Shade.
Yeah.
This is This is going by video game logic. You have to eat the cupcake within the door. Either that, throw it against the wall, and then take the cupcake out.
All right.
I appreciate how the dramatic voice said that to me.
If you're gonna fight the Leaper, come and get me. Otherwise, I am resting. I do not feel fantastic.
I can understand that. I'm placing the stuff that I took from you. Me returning your armor and whatever else you left.
Unless you want to wait for me to be back as close to 100% as I can be before we go back out.
Let's see. We got some rooms on the second floor. In the Leaper.
Yeah,
I think there's no reason to go to the basement, because...
What did you
There
guys
is-
say the Leaper was?
Tower.
Arthur speaks up. A tower?
Tower.
That's down here on the first floor, ain't it? The
Yeah,
entrance?
it's to the... bottom left?
Yeah.
No. We go through the front door and then it's to the right. That's how it gets got. No, left.
The
Yeah,
tower
I hate
entrance
this.
was through the
Gallery.
left. You had walked through the. Brennan had seen it through the gallery.
The problem is, Boris is thinking of the room they're in now, and it's like, wait, no. If you're thinking the front, God damn it. It's that way, and he just points.
You can dock my pay for today, since I'm not going to be doing much.
That's acceptable. I pay you to investigate, not fight. Though fighting's necessary.
There's like these weird hairless cat things in the basement.
Oh, so that's what you were running from as well.
Yeah, no, I was spooked the ever fuck out because I had woken up in a dark, enclosed space, which I do not like at all.
And they were evil hairless cats?
They tried to bite me as soon as I busted out of that thing.
So
I
they're
was not
cats.
sticking around. Yes. they
Perhaps
were
we should
cat-
investigate the basement.
Did you see
don't know,
anything
sounds like regular.
particular down there? Otherwise, I don't know why.
I saw the wall that I dreamed of getting stuck behind.
Wonderful. Then, yeah, no reason.
We might find a skeleton if we dig behind it. Who knows what'll be on them.
It is possible. But I'd rather, just, if we have to, just not right now. Our choices are either we check the second floor, or we go for the Leaper.
You're not going through the Leaper without me.
That's why I said our choices, not my choice.
Just give me a
Well, I
little
may
bit
as
to get
well.
Yes, I know, that's what I'm saying. Do we want to sit here and then we go attack the Leaper, or do we want to go check the second floor?
We
Any
may
time
as
you
well
let you
finish
rest, or-
mapping the area upstairs.
Is Brennan staying behind then, if you're not finding Leaper?
Unless one of you has a good reason for me to hang along, I'd rather rest.
Well, I'm glad you trust us with your sister.
Brian
Uh.
walks over.
It's not that I trust you with my sister, so I trust my sister with you.
Ah, that's a good use. That's a good use.
You've Brian looks at you for a moment, figuring out the words to say. He pulls out of his pocket some paper, and also almost drops a cupcake onto the ground as he catches it at the last second. You don't want this, right? Never mind. Anyways, look, you had a bad experience, yeah? Like downstairs last night.
It made me relive the worst day of my entire life. Yes.
Tell me about that.
When I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
I went out playing, and there was an earthquake or something, and I fell into a cavern that almost completely sealed back up again. It was a pocket about as big as I was. And I had to just hold myself there, or I would fall even further. I was there for almost the entire day, screaming my head off.
You know, that reminds me of a story I once wrote, actually. It did okay. The protagonist ended up actually getting stuck in a hole at one point after an earthquake. But they were trapped underwater, so it was really dangerous for them. Yeah. But it ended up happening that through a miracle, it just so happened that a bull was passing by that ended up knocking out the rocks from him. But because he was underwater, he started almost drowning. However, you know what he did? He didn't drown. He ended up grabbing onto the belay as it was passing by at the last second, even though he was scared absolutely out of his mind. Like almost pissing himself scared, right? And he hung on to it. He clung on to it. As it went all the way through, it did not notice him. As he managed to keep his wits about him. He didn't scream his head off or anything, even though that probably would drown him or suffocate him if he did. And he made it out there with a very angry belay, but he made it out alive. As he went on to save a village from burning in a fire later that day, honestly. Was that my story? No, I think that was one of the Blue Midnight Quill stories, actually, from memory.
Well...
anyways, the point is... And
then my dad hit me with the double whammy of, I saved you because you look like your mother, but I also can't stand you because you remind me of your mother. So that was fun.
Oh.
Was that on the same day?
Same day. When he got me out of that cave and told me those exact words. And followed it up with, if you had been the Magus of the family, it would have been less of a problem, but can't even do that right.
Brian walks up to you and puts a hand on your shoulders as he looks down at you with a very serious and stern look, and he goes, "You know what? Sometimes life sucks, and sometimes your parents don't enjoy you as much as your siblings. I don't know how that feels entirely. You honestly probably have had a better experience growing up than I have when it came to that. But, you know, life sucks, and sometimes you shouldn't let other people get you down because maybe that's not what is meant for you. You know, maybe you shouldn't let yourself be defined by what other people say. Because
that's why I left.
If you do, yeah, you left.
I didn't want to be there. So when I was old enough to take care of myself, I left.
And you know what you did when you left?
Started
Did you
partying.
become a mage? You did
No.
that, but you didn't become a mage. And you know what? Are you disappointed with yourself because of that?
Hell no.
Hell no! You became the person you wanted to be. You grabbed that boule. You got out of that tunnel. And even though there was a village on fire and people said you couldn't do it, you did it anyways. As he's going to spend a first level spell slot to cast Heroism on you.
Hell yeah! All right, let's get going, guys.
You know,
Well, that
wasn't
works.
sure if I should've-
Better motivational speaker than I thought. I just was gonna let her soak for like an hour. When she got bored, she'd probably feel better, and we'd just check on her.
Yeah, let's grab that boule and ride it to my next party.
Why are there
Yeah, it
multiple
wasn't-
Yeah, I guess
heroism
that would
effects?
work too. Yeah.
Are there multiple what, sorry?
Why are there so many heroism effects?
One of them's a self effect, the other one is the region, the other one is, I'm trying to see what it is. Immune to Frighten. Because it was the heroism default stuff in there instead of all in one.
Oh, right. Karen, I'm sorry you had to...
I know it was T regen, I just didn't put it all in. Why did it make a second T regen? I don't know why it made a second
don't
T
know.
regen. That one doesn't have... I'm gonna
I
get
love
rid of that
T.
one. Because that one doesn't make sense to me.
There also doesn't need to be a self one. The concentration.
It's
works.
concentration.
Yeah, concentration works so long as the effect applier is still fully specified.
Yeah, he's still concentrating it for the 1 minute it exists.
That's fair.
I didn't have the C in it, I see.
I
Yeah,
am
so you don't
sorry
need the other
that you had...
Anyway.
I didn't put that in the letter, and I'm sorry you had to hear about it now.
It's fine.
About Dad being a shit stain, though I'm sure you already knew.
I mean, you can do something against my deception of 5 if you want.
Now, by the way, I was gonna eat this cupcake. I forgot about it because I got really tired. Do you want part of it?
Hell yeah!
You can have part of it. You can have at least half of it.
She'll break it in half and hand it back.
The question is, when she splits it in half, is there something in the middle, like perfectly wedged?
Oh, Boris. Are you a Vistani because you just read my fortune?
There's a chance I might have Vistani ancestors at this rate.
As Brendan, you take the cupcake and you break it in half, and there is a small token that falls out of it onto the ground.
Good stuff.
Be careful of the cupcakes that strangers give you on Halloween night. There might be tokens in them.
As it seems to be a fairly decorated token, quite old.
She'll pick it up.
Now, since that was my cupcake, I will be gracious and let you make the decision whether you want that or not.
That's your cupcake, you can have it.
Okay, thank you.
I do think technically I was the one to find the cupcake initially, so
Yeah, but I was given it.
Wait, that's a second cupcake. I know I saw Ulrich eat the previous one.
oh, good lord!
Why does this seem more base boosted?
I don't know. I think that one just
Because it
messed up for
was.
some reason.
No, it's more base boosted because I made a.
Every time that a cupcake gets involved with an item, it just gets more base boosted.
It's cupcake, but self-aware. But more self-aware. That was weird shit.
Every time you pick up a cupcake, the aspect ratio gets boosted.
Yeah, content and self-awareness scale turns up. I will go ahead and add a strange token to his sheet. Or do you want to add a strange token to his sheet, Shade?
Okay. Item.
So what does Brennan pick up from
String.
Karen?
Oh, with that deception roll.
In general, she seems a little discomforted, especially like at the mention of the whole leaving thing. When you mentioned that.
Yeah.
What are you saying? You are quiet.
Too much cupcake.
Long story short, me and Dad had a fight that night I left. I pressed the issue of you keep me around because I remind you of Mom, but I also killed Mom by being born. So what am I going to do if you're going to keep treating me like this? And just boiled over to me leaving, and I kind of was an ass when I did that. I'm sorry, Karen.
It's fine.
Insight.
What you talking about? Don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, let's go fight a leaper.
It is not, in fact, fine, Boris.
I can see that. He
Boris,
won't
Alright,
say
that's
anything
not a
because
fact.
it is not his time, but he's just making notes and turning.
Now, let's do some sisterly bonding and kill a ghost.
Do we want to hit the second floor before we kill this ghost in case that like fucks this entire house up?
Yes.
Cool.
We could also kick those caps' butts.
We'll just worry about that if we were to actually go downstairs.
Did we actually pick up on what kind of creature the leaper was? It was a dog, like a guard dog of some kind, right?
Guardian. They never
It was a
specified.
guardian that apparently anyone who got close to it would push away to some degree. Effectively prevented any approaching the moment someone entered the tower. Though it appeared that Brennan wasn't subject to it where she was.
I'm thinking it's like a suit of armor at the top of the stairs or something.
So yeah, how do we want to get it? How do we want to go upstairs?
No, there's the stairs to the right here.
Yeah, but we could also go through the tower.
I don't think the tower's connected to the second floor.
How do you know that?
It's hard to tell.
Let's
There.
guess.
On opposite sides of the house, right? Or am I?
It's
Um,
connected to the house,
The house was built after, so
which is why I don't think there's like a second floor.
So it
entrance
probably is base floor only, maybe up higher.
I like the image that we see, that we actually have of the tower.
The tower does appear to be taller than the actual house itself.
It looks like it does connect to the second floor, but it does go higher.
So let's go do the.
We'll never
second
know
floor.
until we try.
Let's just avoid the corner with the tower while we're exploring upstairs.
So I swear the house looks way bigger on the map than it does in the image.
But no, absolutely not. Alright, so everyone's going up to the second floor then?
Yeah.
To the second floor.
Alrighty, I will get you all dragged up there through the party sheet.
Ah!
Ah!
Oh, they're disappearing.
All right, guys, I know teleportation spells. Let's go.
I suppose I would actually put you across on this side. Let me rotate you.
Rotate.
Rotate. There we go.
Rototo.
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 Oh,
Dun, 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 dun,
get out of the wall.
Dun, 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 dun.
Don't forget to share the map.
I was just making sure you guys weren't in walls first off.
Ah, got it.
Let him do the things.
I know.
I would hate to be in a wall.
Don't worry. Thank you for
I'm
reminding
sure
me.
Brennan would too.
Calling me Brennan the way that I
and it
would
was
hate to
actually
be shoved
Aaron and
into a
Cloud
wall.
that were in walls.
Oh God, no! Gods
I
above,
don't feel very
please
good.
get me out of this wall.
I'm actually
That's
only.
me.
I can't have it happen again. Again?
I'm only mildly displeased.
I mean, you weren't in a wall. You were actually hanging off the railing on the stairs.
Heights are fine.
I said
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
It's only
I-
like a 15-foot drop.
I
That's
don't
fine.
actually know the spell to make heights more fine, but you know.
Heights are fine. Ah! Well, they were fine.
Hold on, let me cast Featherfall. Oh no, I don't know it.
You what?
As you guys head up the foyer stairs to the second floor, you come to a very narrow hallway, as it appears to be overlooking the foyer area behind you. As opposed to the foyer's entrance, which would be about 15 feet tall, the hallway.
Oh,
Well,
That was
What
a
the f-
disconnect sound I heard, and then reconnect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Sid.
The bot
Seems
decided
MS has gone
it was,
really.
It was not Sid. Oh,
No, I did. I
so-
did
Sid-
disconnect.
I
and
also got
reconnect.
bipped at
Yeah.
the same time.
I got bapped at the same time. I think it was a server-wide issue.
reconnect.
MS is really bad right now.
Reconnect the bot.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, no,
Yes.
it's real bad.
Whoa.
Let me go
It was
over here.
right
It's
when-
really
when a
disturbing
storm
when
hit.
things go silent.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Like,
Oh,
I hear,
let me go
I
ahead and
hear a
switch his
rumble
computer.
above me, and then suddenly that happens.
Ominous.
Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not playing music. Let me switch. Oh! That was very loud on my end. Is it? What's the bot doing? Is it not? Come on.
Oh, hello.
I might have to just... Oh, there it goes. Okay, there we go.
Very...
That was weird. Very spooky. You haven't even got into the spookiness yet here in this floor. Yes.
It's very cutty.
Is it cutting out for you? Oh, it is a little bit.
No, the bot's choppy. He's chopping.
Choppy, that's it.
He is
There-
cooking, but
Let me
only
check
only
CPU.
There
the heavy part.
is apparently degraded performance on Discord in Central US.
That's probably what the issue is then. Yeah.
Connectivity and quality issues from some ISPs and voice regions. That'd probably be it.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything about the bot right now, unfortunately.
It's not too bad. Like, you know. Just
I think it's
wait for the
starting to
volume I have it
stabilize.
at. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so you guys enter the second floor hallway. As there appears to be a few doors around you. Is everyone on the map, by the way?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I can see.
What about below
Does
us?
anyone wish to use their torches, by the way?
I will be, yes.
I don't even know orange torches.
There's the rain.
Is a torch single use or like is it time based?
That's for an
A
hour?
torch is time-based. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I believe you've used up
I think
two
yesterday
torches fully by this point.
Probably. So I'll just mark that second one off from yesterday and start this one.
Yeah. Torch
Hello.
burns for
Zombie
1 hour.
here. Welcome, zombie. We have
Hi.
just arrived on the second floor.
You've pulled a token from a cupcake.
A new cupcake.
No, that
is
was in the
muted.
old cupcake.
And cast heroism on Brennan because she was having a very, very bad moment.
I will.
She was having an episode.
Oh, you can just kind of right-click your portrait and set your color from there.
Oh, can you really?
I am.
Zombie, you are muted if you are trying to say anything, by the way. Understood. Okay. I will continue unless you say anything. Everyone has reached the second floor hallway.
Okay. Yeah. What do
As
we see anything
Ulrich lights a
particular,
torch.
down this way?
Down which way? That appears to just be mainly a landing, as far as you can tell. I will double check that. That does just appear to be a landing. There's a little area where it seems to be a rounded jut in the wall, but slightly.
Before doing what I say, she's gonna cast Mage Hand and kind of have it push against the railing, real quick.
The railing beside you?
Yep.
The railing creaks slightly, but
She's
seems to
going
be otherwise sturdy.
Put all. How many pounds of force? 1 sec. She's going to put all 10 pounds of force that it can do onto the railing.
You put 10 pounds of force onto the railing. The railing does not appear to break.
Okay. As she is going to sort of lean on the railing and then look up and just verify if there's any. Because we're not on the tower side, right? We're on the opposite side.
So the tower would be pretty much on this side, yes.
Okay.
Because the tower is on the left side of the house.
Gotcha. So we're in the tower right now.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm imagining Snack is having focus rate issues right now if he's trying to say anything.
Going to be looking up through the tower in that case. See if there's anything there.
Looking up at the tower seems to be a straight wall. Effectively with a little bit of a curve. You see this area right here where it's kind of a curve?
Oh, the tower's over there. Okay.
Yes. It's right there. That's where it's jutting out.
So we aren't able to access the tower from the top floor. What?
From the second floor. This is not actually the top floor.
Well, yeah. Anyway, what's shitty building design? Not making
What happens
the
when
next
you build
floor
on top
accessible.
of another building?
Well, you know, they should have thought about that.
Thinking is hard.
Ooh, a lot of.
Yeah, we are getting a little chop around, aren't we, from people?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Am I a robot?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Test of your reflexes.
There
There
we
he
go.
is.
Snack is now back.
I forgot to
He
mute
is now available.
I forgot to mute the thing.
The soundboard.
Test of your reflexes. I had to reset the router.
God, I wonder if you can hear the rain.
Why did I just hear a dodgeball?
That's someone kicked a kickball.
I had
That was
to.
a
I
nice
had to
soundboard.
I had to Fuck.
Restart the router. It seems everything has kind of fixed itself at this point, from what I can tell.
I had the license key error, so we'll see if it'll.
For Fantasyons?
rejoin. Yeah.
Okay. If need be, you can watch the stream while things are happening.
Okay. Yeah. No, it was just connecting, disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting.
Bam.
Yeah.
Discord appears to be having issues.
But yes, it does seem that the tower does not have an entrance directly to it on the second floor, and
Okay.
the railing appears to have the ability to withstand 10 pounds of mage hand force.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna just be overlooking the lower area here, assuming that's what this is, unless this is just a wall.
Skeletons dancing.
That is the railing here, and you do see the foyer.
Okay.
You do see the bronze statue directly below you. A little bit off to the side,
Has
actually.
its heads moved at all?
It does not appear to have moved. It does appear to be a kind of winged jackalope, from what you can tell, though. You never really paid attention to it up to this point.
Where does it appear to be looking?
Straight towards the entrance.
Okay.
A winged jackalope.
I'm going
That's a
to
name.
look away and then look back to it again.
The statue, with his about 500 pounds of weight, you would imagine, does not move or make a sound.
She scowls and walks back towards the group.
You see anything back there?
Just a jackalope.
What?
statue.
Oh, okay.
Zombie's connecting now. Were you wishing to do anything over there, Snack, by the way?
No, she was just chilling someplace a little bit more open.
Okay.
While Karen was doing stuff.
Understood.
Okay, let's see. I can see 3 doors, and there's probably a 4th if we're going off the pattern.
Just take
I'll
them one at a
peek
time.
in on the one on the left here.
It kind of looks like at the end there, it
Can't see shit.
turns.
No,
There does appear
illuminate.
to be a turn at the end.
I illuminate for you.
Doesn't help much because I'm looking through a crack.
Oh, did you not open it?
No, I did.
No.
You did open
It's
it. He
the
just
angle.
doesn't have a right angle for it.
Stuck on the wall.
Boris, you enter as you see a guest bedroom.
As the
What
door
appears to
closes
be,
on you.
anyways, a guest bedroom. As the door closes on you, yes, exactly. Anyways,
Let's see. Bedroom, bed.
it seems to have a few relative pieces of furniture within it.
Chair, fireplace.
Is anyone else approaching the bedroom, by the way?
Suppose.
Yes, yes. Let's zoom, please.
Zoom.
Maybe. There we go.
Right. I will let
Sorry,
you
was
guys
there more
move, and I'll go
description,
ahead.
or
Yeah, I'll let everyone move real quick. So Brendan, you want to move up?
She's just gonna stick by the door.
I cannot hear you.
She's gonna stick by the door.
You take a look in though.
Yeah.
As everyone is kind of walking into this bedroom, Ulrich, Boris seeing a somewhat unremarkable bedroom before them, Cloud walking in, seeing the fireplace, Karen taking a step in, and Brennan behind her. Brennan, as you take a look into the room, you see it sort of take on a rosy tint as there seems to, a rosy tint seems to paint the room, as distant sounds of birds chirping can be heard from somewhere within it. Sunbeams peek into the bedroom from the window outside. A decently crafted bunk bed and desk are pressed up against one corner of the cottage. A couple of trunks for what seems like 2 girls' belongings are at the foot of the bed. What appears to be a small bookshelf that holds storybooks and magical tomes given to them by their father sits neatly against the opposite wall.
Oh.
I'm also going to say Karen sees this too.
Fuck off. Why does it look like our room?
I look around to see everyone
this
else's
look-
reaction.
Does this look the same to like me and Ulrich?
For Ulrich and Boris, you see a guest bedroom with a sagging bed, a real wardrobe, and a writing desk.
Okay. I'll actually look through the writing desk.
It appears to have stationery in it. None of it's used.
What is Boris looking at for Karen?
It appears that he is going through, rifling through a writing desk where you had once kept your materials in.
No.
Things
it's your dresser drawers, and you're like, oh man, this pervert.
As mentioned before, those are pushed up against the wall
I know, just making a joke.
on the opposite side of the bed.
Ulrich will look
Ulrich-
through those if Boris is busy with the writing
that's fine.
desk.
Ulrich, hey Ulrich, can you wave your hand about head level over the bed?
He'll
Why?
glance at you and then sort of
Bed's barely
he'll
up.
just swing his hand out about that height.
Boris
Does it
is
seem-
swinging. Yes,
Does it
go
seem
ahead.
like Ulrich's hand hits the bunk bed, or does it face through it?
It appears for you that his hand stops around the bunk bed.
Is it stopping?
Ulrich,
like,
your
there's a
hand
bunk
is going
bed
through mid-air.
So out loud, you said it has to look like our room.
Mm-hmm.
For everyone
Huh.
else, it appears to be a regular room.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird you would share a bed, but I mean, I guess.
We had a bunk bed.
You had a bunk, so just it's your room, but with a normal bed.
No.
Uh,
Like, there's a bunk bed right near where Ulrich's at. So,
Mm.
A curious
I'm guessing-
detail, by the way, there does appear to be a window in this room for you two, but no one else, as the clear morning sunshine comes through, as if on a fresh spring evening. It's
That's
fresh
not-
spring morning.
that's not normal.
No. I think we should
Especially if
say-
you think about it, that's like
Are you two all right?
out of character. If my brain's right, that's like there's like nothing on the other side of that wall.
Boris, you conceptualize the wall, and you do think that there may be the outside on the other side of the wall. However, you believe it is dawn at the moment, and thus the sun hasn't fully arisen. Especially within the region you inhabit, if it's anything like Brovia, the sun very infrequently is seen in the sky.
I don't
See,
think
out
we
of
should
character,
be in
I had
there.
I had the orientation of the house in the wrong direction, so I thought there was just more of the tower behind it.
Are you two
Karen-
feeling all right? Still rattled from last night, or
No, it's more spooky shit. Making us see our old room rather than what's probably actually there.
Man, they're really selecting you two.
Hmm.
Well, mostly Brennan.
She's gonna
Well-
turn around and walk out.
around?
Yeah, I didn't get anything here, and I doubt there's anything on the bookshelf. So, unless you can spot anything over in the fireplace, I think we're good with this room.
Oh yeah, we take a look up inside the fireplace. What's up?
You take a look inside the fireplace.
Fire.
You look up into the fireplace as you see. You have dark vision, don't you, as a tabaxi?
Yes, I sure do. 60 feet of it.
You see soot line up the chimney. As it appears that you can't see quite out the other end of it. Actually, you can, but it appears to be a very gray outside. Much like everything within the chimney.
Surprise, it's very dim and dark outside. And a lot of soot as he just pulls his head out, and it's just like... Do I have
Got
something
soot
on my
ears.
face?
Pass you a handkerchief. Just
Give me it. Okay, did I get it all?
Oh, let me
Yeah.
go ahead and clear ownership of Brian, by the way, so Zombie can claim it.
yeah, I think you got it all.
Good.
Hold on. Wait 1 second.
Yeah.
Goes
yeah,
into the doorway.
yeah,
One
yeah.
sec. Hold on. Goes into the doorway.
Karen, as you take a step back and look back for a moment in the doorway, the room appears to be completely unlike the cottage that you saw a moment ago.
Hmm.
You see what everyone else sees.
Anyway, press the digitation. Clears out the dirt
When
from
you
his
press it,
face.
oh,
Oh, thank you,
Walks
thank you.
back out. You
In
get
the name of
effectively
cleanliness.
what feels like a blow dryer straight to the face.
That's why I made the joke of.
I feel like a new man.
Just took a dust
Right.
bath. That's all.
That's all. That it was just a cantrip, though.
Does pass.
You have 2 more doors and what appears to be a curve at the end of the hallway.
Yeah,
As,
chill for a little while.
I would say when Boar steps about right there in front of that door. Get this open. No, it was already. Boris, as you are taking a step towards that doorway, looking back out of the corner of your eye, coming from this hallway over here, through this door, you see a blur of a. You see a blur of a man with what you can imagine based off the colors, a yellow coat or maybe a parka rush out of that room. Quickly, before disappearing around the corner. Seems to have been running, as you can still hear the muffled footsteps echoing throughout the hall for a few seconds before it falls completely silent.
I'll say, or if he's looking towards Boris, goes to grab the door and then just stops, tenses, and you just see his head's looking down the hall, just kind of staring.
Did you see something?
Well, that answers me. Okay.
Orch, would you say you would have been looking past Boris or directly at Boris through the door?
I think probably more like around while waiting for people to file out of the other room and stuff, so.
I would say I definitely turned my head, so if he was like following my gaze, it wouldn't be impossible to look towards.
I got danger sense now. I pay attention to my
You do have
surroundings.
danger sense. That unfortunately only works with dex saves.
I know, but thematically, it's like, oh, I pay attention to when someone.
I'll say
acts
because
scared.
you have danger sense. You catch the very, like as your head is moving around, just taking in the surroundings, and you catch Boris's eye. You catch Boris moving his head. Out the corner of your eye, you see some yellow blur go down the hallway, but it is only a blur for you. Karen, however, did see the man come out of the room, as she was staring down the hallway for most of that time.
Did they hear anything, or was it just seeing a blur?
Karen heard the footsteps. For Boris, only Boris heard the footsteps from his position after the figure disappeared past the wall, past the corner.
So a yellow coat dude is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Can't wait for us to find little Timmy in the sewer.
Well, shall we check
Something,
out down
something
there?
float.
I'm debating, because this house does mess with you, but yeah, we can at least look.
As you approach, the door does appear to be closed.
I'll actually just look around the corner.
Okay.
I just didn't want to go too far. Nope.
I will move you around here if you want. Do you want me to move you?
Yeah, right there was what.
Right there's fine. Okay.
Aerosmith.
You wouldn't be able to see anyways because of torchlight.
Yeah, I mean I can see a bit of it.
You did drop the effect onto you, right? You also have an effect for torch, by the way, Sud.
Because I can see there's another door and it continues.
No, you didn't.
I hit the button and I could see.
The effect is on.
So yeah, now I'm seeing a grayscale. Now that you put it on me.
Now you see a grayscale.
Yeah.
That's weird. I was seeing a
Your light
grayscale
somehow
through all you.
cancels out your light. Wild.
That
more
is
light, more
wild.
light.
Just oh boy.
I will go ahead and get it
of
off.
those now.
Torch.
I don't know why there was three. I'll get rid of some of those. Okay, now it's actually showing the light properly. I don't know why it wasn't for me.
Oh, it's because the ground is kind of gray. That's why. The different color lights were canceling each other out.
Okay.
I guess we'll follow.
With the torch plate bending around the corner, it does seem that you aren't able to see very well past there at the moment, Boris.
Yeah, I like
There you go.
wave him up a little bit to see more. Okay, it's a thin hallway with a door and probably more down the.
Oh. No. Why is every cramped in here?
Yeah,
5 feet is not that cramped.
Yeah.
Here's
That is 10
I
feet.
don't
My
know.
room is basically 10 feet wide. Just a little bit more. It's not that
The area that you were coming from is 10 feet. The one that you're looking into is 5 feet wide.
small. Yeah.
Mm,
Shall we check the room they ran from first?
yeah. Especially since I don't see any door or anything like that.
I mean, y'all know my deal now. I don't like small places.
I'll let you in on something. I don't either.
Oh, was this
You
long?
did, in fact, see a door,
Oh, never mind.
by the way. There was one right here.
Yes, but
The
this was the
hallway
way
down there
they
is
came from.
too
right?
dark. The door that they came from was this one.
The one we just.
Yeah,
But you see-
that's the way they went.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were looking
No,
for where they came.
Okay. Yeah, they went that way. It's like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Move on.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
You
a lot
look
of windows.
into the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any sign of anybody else or something that someone might be running from?
You do see wicker chairs and a small table set for tea occupy the airy morning room. From what you can see of the windows, Ulrich is just stepping full in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pale drapes fall away from wide windows overlooking the manor's grounds. A plump, tasseled pillow embroidered with the name News rests near a fireplace.
The big room. Thank fuck.
News? Like, get your
Yes.
morning news? Interesting.
One more letter to that. As it has this embroidered on the pillow. Seems to be
okay.
a throw pillow, as if maybe it was made for perhaps a pet.
Nuez. Got it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's like Lewis. It's like Lewis,
Oh,
but with
that's
an N.
weird. There's another
As you
door
see
up.
some white fur on it.
Oh.
I remember Lewis. He was a cool kid.
Nah, excuse me, but
Karen?
coming through.
Karen, do you remember Lewis?
Do I remember Lewis?
Do you remember Lewis?
He was in the Grove.
Do you remember?
Lewis of the Grove.
Lewis of the...
Lewis, his mom was that ornery old bitch who would never
Oh.
let him come out to play. But you do it anyway.
You had more friends than me.
To be fair, he was like the son of the arch druid, so I can understand why she was bitchy.
I'm gonna say because Ulrich was taking a look at the room first, feel free to give me a wisdom check, just a general one.
Wisdom. Midland.
That's fine. Actually, I would probably done a. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. As you're kind of examining the room, stepping into it, you get the sense that this room was set for breakfast that may have never gotten the chance to arrive.
Does it have that kind of like frozen in time feeling? Is it like
It feels like everything was set out for food to be brought in. As there seems to be a little bowl set off to the side, what you can imagine for a pet, some tea that is most definitely cold at this point. It's off to the side and plates set up, but no food has been on them, like not even touched it. So everything seems to be cold. You're taking a look at the fireplace?
Yeah, more or less. It's fireplace / the little dog bed.
Okay. Taking a look at the fireplace, it's very similar to the one that Cloud saw on the other side, as it appears to be connecting, perhaps.
Ah.
Taking a look at the dog bed, you find, once again, the tasseled pillow, a sort of purple pillow with yellow embroidery on it that appears to have what you imagine maybe dog fur on it, of a smaller, probably lap dog, perhaps a Yorkie, from your guess. As you almost get the sense that looking at this pillow, you hear the distant barks of a tiny dog.
What's sweet Toril? What would Toril call a Yorkie?
Probably a Yorkie.
Probably.
I think a Yorkie.
But York doesn't exist.
I'm sure there's a York
I don't know.
somewhere.
I feel like York is a
Kansas.
generic enough town name.
York is a
That's
generic
fair.
enough town.
There's so many Yorks.
It is in fact a term.
God informs you. Ah,
Mhm.
Oh, it's a cricket term. Never mind. What?
Now, still a term.
What is
It's
Forgotten
English.
Realms? What is Forgotten Realms cricket?
And we'll pat the dog
Grasshopper.
bed and
I just
slowly drift back towards the
spill
others in
coffee
this
over
room.
myself.
Just pat
No,
it. Bork.
no.
the urge. Oh, my party. The urge. My
You
party
feel.
urge.
I
Party
don't know if
urge
you caught it, but
to
it
drink
went
that tea.
yip, yelp when you had examined it, by the way, Ulrich.
That's right. He'll kind of look around, just like the perk up, like
Dog?
dog, and then did someone else hear that? Kind of look on his face, like.
It sounded very much like in the distance, like it was a faded memory to you,
Oh.
as someone who might have had experience
Yeah.
with such cases.
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia of dog.
I'm open this door.
You open that door?
Yes.
Brennan's going to hold her produced flame underneath the tea and then take a sip.
Why
How long are you
like
willing
this?
to hold a produced flame under the tea, huh?
About 30 seconds.
You drink a lukewarm cup of black tea with sugar.
All I can imagine.
Ooh, sugar.
Well, that
I
was
know
the
it's a
perfect
bad
timing.
idea, but
You did
my
not.
theory-
You did not stir the cup, though, so all the sugar is at the bottom and clumped
Oh
up.
no.
That
That was
I,
was
Right
when
very
you have
chance
to
saying
stop-
that, by the way.
right when you said
I know
lukewarm
it's a
tea, it thundered.
It feels very watery because it has not been stirred in what you
It's
can imagine
settled.
is years.
So in that case, you're drinking a moldy cup of tea.
All I can imagine is
Ew.
the meme about.
No.
Did you know you're supposed to brew tea in hot water?
Oh my
I'll
god.
share it later.
What about iced tea? You brew that in hot water too!
But it's ice.
You don't have time
That's
to
fine.
put. You microwave it for 3 minutes. You microwave your tea. Do you not have enough time to put it on the stove? No.
There it is.
I do remember that. You open the door, you see nothing because there's no light for you.
No.
Oh,
Brennan
shit.
It is.
says, I know it was a bad idea, but the curiosity is the best of me.
That is a.
You feel like you're almost drinking swamp water with this.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that works.
Ew.
You've had worse.
That's how long
Had
this has
worse.
sit. He had the whiskey from earlier.
That's true.
Oh no, I mean.
Oh,
like,
did it close on you?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I
it
think
didn't
it was
close on you. Oh,
No, I mean like
there we go.
Thank you.
like I've had actual swamp water and that tasted
Yep.
better.
Okay, this is the room connected to that other door.
Honestly, I guess it depends on what's in the swamp.
We bring it to you, light.
I've had some
Bring me
pretty
the lights.
tasty
I
algae
should really, at some
in my
point in
time.
time, just actually equip the.
Boris,
my,
by the way, I would like to remind you, I'm pretty sure you have a torch on you.
Yeah, but
Grandpa
You have
Grandpa
10
gets
torches
yeah,
on you.
Fine, I'll light up a torch.
Grandpa gets it. have you never had some like swamp water has some really good algae, some doesn't. I've had some that has had both.
Looks like maybe
there are factors.
master
I could see
bedroom.
it.
God, it's massive.
All right. I will go ahead and get you the text for this room as you now have a light
Thank you,
for it.
Grandpa.
Yep, now I'll just move to the side so others can get in.
Thank you, Grandpa.
As you take a look into the room, Boris, you see a grand canopied bed occupies this room. Its headboard engraved with the phases of the moon. A wardrobe, writing desk, and torn leather chair fills up the space, all bearing rampant mildew. A chemical smell like ammonia or medication lingers here. And as you step into the room, you get that smell, but you don't entirely know where it is coming from.
Oh, it smells like Lewis's mom.
Why are you so fixated on Lewis's mom?
The fact that Lewis's
She
mom
had it
smells
going
like
on.
medicine.
She was the archdruid, and she had all these funky plants that she would
Lewis's
grow.
mom was Konami.
She was a bitch, but she was also very good with medicines. But she also smelled like medicines.
Brennan, you hear your gut gurgle as
You want to eat medicine.
you hear a little tune in your head. Lewis's mom's got swamp water going on. I feel that I almost broke myself starting that. Yada 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 do.
You think Lewis's mom grew swamp water?
Oh no! I'm stuck. Ah.
Drew,
How do you
swamp
grow
water.
swamp water?
You have to grow the algae in the swamp water.
It's not growing swamp
There's
water.
growing algae, and then there's actual swamp water. You can
Sorry.
do them separately, to be fair.
Algae
What
in
What
the
are you
water does
rolling
not
medicine for?
Milestone just like gave me this idea, so
Firestone should mind its own business.
Is mildew safe for human consumption with that 6 medicine roll? Brian, you've read books about this topic, many of them novels from highly regarded authors that have done their research, and you feel that mildew has been used for medicine before in human consumption. So, as such, you think it can be eaten and is safe in its purest form.
alright, Brian, hear me out. It is 100% safe. I've had it many a time.
Brennan, you remember an incident where you had a terrible hangover, and also, non-related to the hangover, but what eventually led to it, a lot of bleeding. And you remember feeling a lot better after having mildew. Of course, the immediate response to that was your stomach throwing up all its contents onto the floor. However, you felt better afterwards.
It is very good for getting your bad stuff out of your stomach.
Me too, had to eat it at the orphanage.
Yeah, you have to eat like a rat, and then the rat didn't agree with you, so you take some mildew to fill it back up.
DM.
Karen, you feel like these... Karen, you take a look at the 2 idiots in the room around you, and you go, how have they survived? Genuinely speaking, how have they survived?
I love the idea of Boris is like scanning the room. These two are being like, yeah, we should be fine. Totally. Yeah, I've had that before. And you're like,
Though I built up a slight immunity to mildew. I have to take more of it to make me throw up.
How have you two survived
As
all these years?
they are... Boris, as they are having a conversation about mildew, you do hear a rat coughing. A
Food.
bit.
from like,
That's
to the
fair.
right or
Somewhere. For just a second, and then the room falls silent for you.
I will check this chest at the foot of the bed.
You check the chest at the foot of the bed. The chest appears to be locked.
Anyone know how to open a lock?
Sure. Ulrich comes over, and then he takes his axe and he smashes the lock off.
You know how that works.
Let me get the statistics up for a lock real quick. That's images.
That was going to be Brennan as well.
That did not go the
We'll just take
direction
a
that
look
I
at
thought
that.
it was going to be.
Whack.
Well,
Man has a
So-
lockpick, but
And I remembered
why
you
would
were a
lock pick when you
barbarian.
just break the hinges?
That's very Dragonfall energy right there.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll, why don't you?
That is Snapjaw lock picking right there.
Again, it is a little bit funny that Sid got the lockpick in this.
You swing the axe to the chest as it scrapes off the top of it, producing sparks as the axe goes clean through the floor.
And a horrible
Getting
squeaking
stuck.
sound.
As you hear a sort of rumbling around you.
Oh no,
Here.
the floor's mimic. Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
All right, Ulrich, let me try. I do have a magic axe. It might go through it a little bit better.
I'm going to, because this is the second time, I'm going to be very clear about this. I'm moving a counter up.
Uh-oh.
Retro.
You anchored the house.
Stop breaking the house.
All right, ready?
Guys, the house is a mimic. Haven't you seen Monster House?
It is a magic axe. Roll me your damage. Piddly. Brennan, as you take your axe up, you feel the weight behind it, as it almost seems that the toads kind of come to life in your hands, as you hear, yeah, let's fuck shit up, as you swing at the chest, hitting the lock, breaking a part of it off, but not completely disabling the lock, as the house rumbles once again.
All right, one more.
Okay,
And the
please.
counter goes up. Like Ulrich, sparks fly out, but you do not damage the floor. Come on, baby. Put a little bit more heft behind it.
More
Yeah.
half die.
Oh boy.
Can I actually try to stop her from hitting it?
I will say with that one, with how apparent it is, feel free to make me an athletics check versus Brennan's whichever athletics or acrobatics she wishes to
Can-
use.
Can Ulrich help for advantage? No, you
I
don't
don't
need it. You're
think you need
incredible.
to.
You're phenomenal. He ducks and lets you take care of it.
If I didn't,
I will.
If I didn't have,
Can you beat that?
I could meet it if I rolled a 20 as well.
I'm going to say if Ulrich. Okay, if you roll a 20, I'm going to say if Ulrich rolls. Okay, roll first to see if you meet it.
All right, I'm using my inspiration on that.
You're using your inspiration.
To be fair, I can't meet it because I have the -1.
You can't meet it. You
No,
don't need to
because
use the inspiration.
Yeah, if I 20'd and I didn't have the -1 from stress, I could meet it.
Okay. Without, you would have not even gone close.
No, but
Yeah.
like, it makes no difference because you can't beat it, even if you got
Yeah.
a 20.
Yeah.
So there's no reason
That was
to
a
use
2.
Yeah.
How would you like to grab Brennan? You explain this
So-
one to me.
Because
So-
she's full swing.
Okay, that's good. Full swing. So I imagine what it is like after the second one full swing, I actually grab the axe that's coming down and use the momentum to almost not flip her, but flip the axe out of her hand.
Ulrich, feel free to participate if you wish to as well.
Well, yeah, I think he would kind of assist in that, like, obviously getting out of Boris's way since he's kind of between them, but sort of the sort of as he's backing up, maybe like bumps Brennan to get her off balance a little bit, so it's easier to disarm her.
She drops what she's doing and she's gonna run for wherever Milestone landed.
Oh no, I'm holding Milestone. What I'm meaning by that is like, you go in an upward swing and I grab the axe and twist it. So I sit it, axe blade on the ground, handle up.
I was
Is
gonna.
Ulrich like there hugging her? Like from behind?
If she leaps for it, yeah, he'll like go from a inhibiting her to just full bear hug.
Hey, I was just about to get it open. What was that for?
It's the house has rumbled 3 times. I don't think it's worth it.
It could be very worth it. Why else would it rumble?
Just for breaking it.
Take a bad omen for what it is, Brennan. A bad
And we were
omen.
trying to say to slow down and think about it, and you were just whacking. So I was
Did we
thinking we needed to
actually-
take a second.
Did anyone else actually see the lockpick that Ulrich got from the cupcake?
No!
No.
It was just at the end of his shift. I'm not sure if it's usable now though, with the lock half broken.
I feel like you can make an educated guess that it is not usable at this point,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
lock being half broken.
Let me finish breaking the lock.
The box will be here later. We may as well attend to the rest of the
Boris.
house to see if something is
It
coming.
might not be here. I disappeared. The box might disappear.
And then
Boris,
we
as
found
they are having this conversation, you feel at the corners of your vision. You know how, like, in games, how people have like bloodshot eyes, and that's like red corners around the vision?
Mhm.
That, but not as extreme, as you feel that you almost see a sort of red mist, like grasping something at the corners of your eyes as they're having this conversation.
Oh no, Mr. Squidward.
Could do. And if I like look around, it's always at the corner of my eyes. Nothing specific though.
If you take a turn around, it fades, as if it's just out of the peripheral of your vision.
When he turns around, I go for a swing.
That's fine.
He does still have your axe, I believe.
I was about to say, but you can easily grab it. I'm not like
Yeah. I
trying
grab
to-
it and go. I grab it and go for a swing while he's distracted.
I'm going
Brennan,
to say-
Ulrich is still engaging you.
Ulrich is engaging you. I'm going to say Ulrich has the ability to try to stop you here.
He definitely is trying to stop her. Just like he's because he's actively having this discussion with you about whether or not to do it.
Ooh, ouch. Your
I don't think you
bones.
can fail that. Can you fail that? You can fail that, right?
I mean, unless he also rolls a 1.
I became blind to the skill stab for a second.
It's top.
Stop.
You can't fail that no matter
20.
what you
That would
roll.
have been funny.
Karen is going to once again cast Mage Hand and pull Brennan's hair.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Behave.
Have some patience, Brennan.
No.
Okay.
No, Mom.
It tugs with a full 10 pounds of force.
That's a lot, actually.
That
Yeah.
is hair ripping.
Okay,
She goes
fine.
flying out of Ulrich's arms.
Fine,
Ow,
5
ow,
pounds.
ow, 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 ow,
Okay.
ow. The quicker we can get out of here, the quicker we don't have to deal with spooky bullshit.
You're correct, but not to be mean, you're not hitting it. You're kind of just hitting the floor and the top of it.
Boris, the longer you're in this room and having this conversation,
I would have hit it.
the
second
worst
time if you didn't
feeling you
interrupt.
have about this, as a sort of chill goes through you, and you feel that you need to get out of here. You are all in danger. This is your gut speaking to you right now.
Like in mid sentence, he just stops and holds his head for a second. Just okay. No. Okay. Let's go. There's nothing else in this room, and I really don't think anything in the chest.
What do you mean? There's a chest right there.
Yes. What would be in a chest in this room? I'm just gonna open the door.
We don't need spooky bullshit.
What do you mean? I got a very cool axe who tells me let's fuck shit up.
We should
Bad
not trust
influence
Max.
on
Ulrich
you.
is like keeping behind Brennan to make sure she doesn't like
Turn
try to like
around.
sneaky U-turn and go for the box.
Bonus action dash. No.
Bonus action, you're
Clotheslines you.
grappled. Your speed is 0. Your speed
Uh,
times your speed is still 0.
When I take the dash action, I get 10 feet of extra movement.
Your speed's still 0.
Ulrich would see the sort of icy kind of hands still floating behind Brennan, getting ready to pull her hair again.
As Karen passes by, Brennan will grab both of her twin tails, give them a light tug.
I'll give
And
you
how
one
do you
moment.
like it?
I'm seeing
Oh,
She's just going to stare at you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, I know.
You don't see, do you?
No, I can see. I'm just
Oh,
like,
you do.
yeah, I decided if I could find out, I'll put on a torch.
Okay.
I'm just
Well,
sitting there like
they're very
in character
cute
and
to
out of
look at.
character. The fuck is this?
All right, as they're having that powwow back there, Boris, you walk in to what appears to be the remains of opulent fixtures filled this moldy bathroom, wardrobes, dressing screens, and a vanity with a cracked mirror line, fractured tiled walls. A raised marble tub next to a built-in fireplace asserts a commitment to decadence. It feels humid in here as you see mold. The
Big
walls are
bathroom.
stained with it, but
Bathroom means
Doesn't
mold,
seem
mold
like it
means
might be.
fun shit.
And
Karen is going
Ulrich is
to
shooing.
walk in
Yeah.
and block Brennan.
the dankest of substances lie within the bathroom's mold, Brennan. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, the best drugs come from mold.
This is Brennan's Nat 1 on medicine check speaking.
Thank you.
A lot of fireplaces in this house.
Let's see, is that another
does.
fireplace?
Appear to be another fireplace within the house.
Looks to be a.
God.
No, it might be
Everyone
that
has
might
a
be a
heart.
mirror actually.
No, we're
The mirror. You can't see the fireplace right now, Karen.
Oh, can I? Oh shit.
No.
on the other side of the
Partition.
partition. Thank you.
Oh, I thought this was a fireplace. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
No, that's a mirror.
Yeah, it's a mirror.
That's a
Stool.
wardrobe. There seems
but-
to be like a storage.
Dang, how many mirrors are in here?
At least 2, maybe.
Don't love it.
Oh, wait.
Not loving it.
She's going to turn around and look at and look at Brennan. Look
Are you
toward
finally
Brennan.
disappointed enough? Finally disappointed enough? You're gonna say something?
She's not really staring at you. She's just not staring into the bathroom.
Okay.
Hmm.
There seems to be nothing in here. Don't trust the air in here.
You're gonna let her judge you like that, lass. She's looking right through you.
No, this was the end of the hall. Because there's the door to it.
Where
Finally gonna
Brian
say
is
something rather than just
standing.
silently judge me.
Where Brian is standing, there does appear to be a bottle of perfume, by the way. On the vanity.
Ooh, perfume.
Oh my.
Oh, the toilet.
She is.
Alright.
Don't
naughty.
judge me. You're judging me. Don't like something, tell me. Actually talk to me instead of being a frigid bitch all the time.
She stares up at you and just walks up
exactly what I'm talking about. Alright. And now that she's been left alone, she's going back to run at the
Oh,
chest.
fuck.
Let's fuck shit up.
Alright. I'm gonna use my inspiration for this.
Is
Yeah.
this a fireplace up here above the tub?
Uh,
That is a fireplace above the tub.
Okay,
As you do
it
see
looks different than the
something
rest.
in the fireplace, by the way, boys.
Oh, I'll go.
What?
As you go
Check.
up, you hear pat, pat, tatter, 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 patter, 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 running from the room.
I'm
Back
not
into
in
the
that room.
previous
I
one.
do not care right now. If I hear a scream, I will.
All right, you roll an 18 as you cleave into the chest, Brennan. Feeling very inspired, as feel free to click that inspiration off so you don't have the star. I'd imagine you go running up to it, a kind of slide, and then a sideways sweep across the lock. Yeah.
Yeah.
The lock goes flying off as it smashes against the wall. Next to the
Hell
bed.
yeah!
As the chest
I hope-
leaps up and pops open, and you all hear a rumbling. As the counter goes up once more.
I open the chest.
The rumbling feels deeper this time. And Brennan, as you open the chest, you find not but a bottle of skooma.
Of what?
Skooma?
Of skooma. A incomplete bottle of skooma, as it appears to have been partially drinking.
Hey,
That is
Kiki,
all.
what's up?
Is in. Oh, is that? I thought skooma was also a British drink.
Well, it might be.
I'm pretty sure skooma is an actual drink too.
But it's also... It is a...
No
it's
idea.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin. Or skooma.
I swear to God, I've seen people drink actual skooma.
There's
there's
like
actual brand called skooma.
There's like the official Elder Scrolls recipe, but skooma's a drug.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen like someone drink an alcohol brand called skooma before, like
There's
legitimately.
a water brand called Skooma.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, it's a kind of absinthe.
Yes. I'm
Doesn't
not
help that
crazy. It's
we're in a
British.
video
They're
game
crazy.
second.
They're crazy.
Perfect.
They're British.
Yes.
'em.
100% worth it. And she picks up the bottle.
And we just
then-
look over, and she's just like, and we're like,
She
Brendan, you
picks
pick up the bottle. The half. For you, a lesson. The half full bottle of skooma. As this is what your exploits have gotten you.
Are you referring to this? Very much a Skyrim
I don't
thing.
know.
No.
No, absolutely
No,
not.
Alright. She walks in with her bottle of absinthe.
right when I'm.
I don't remember it was
looking
called
for
skooma or if it was called something else, but I know for a fact it was very close to it.
I'd say it could also have been like a.
It's been years since I've seen it, to be quite frank. So I
was
came
gonna
up with
say,
the first
it
drink
could
off
be
the
a
top of my
nickname
mind.
or something like that too.
Listen, in the context of Ravenloft, every setting is canon, and there's a unofficial Elder Scrolls canon 5e conversion. It's fine.
I'm 100% worth it.
You all see Brennan walk in with a bottle of alcohol half empty. She
I'm
does
looking in
not
the
seem to be
fireplace.
tipsy. As you look into the fireplace, Boris,
Or later, as she puts it in her bag.
you see a burning piece of pastry as it melts, the words, "Be careful," are on it.
Okay. I don't like this place.
Boris, your mind races at this, as the house has been rumbling several times over.
Yeah.
You don't know if this is a threat or a genuine warning at this point.
Yeah, no, he's ready to get out of these rooms.
But
he might not
because of
even
the
check.
the playful nature of it, it is very disconcerting for you.
He may not even check the remaining rooms and just hit downstairs. We'll see what others think.
That's a wall.
A wall.
Okay. Let's get out of this room. Look around. We might just hit the tower today because these rooms don't seem to have anything in them.
We did.
Brennan will
Oh.
booty bump the door open
No, there's more rooms. Of course, there's more rooms.
Ah, crap.
as
What?
Oh, the room at the bottom. Too. Okay. Yeah, there's 4 rooms we haven't checked.
It is past 9, by the way, if we want to go
Yeah.
ahead and take a break real quick.
Yep, I need to
Mm, yes.
I will get up and go ahead and take the dogs out too.
Okay.
So we will be back in like
Wow.
15 minutes or so.
yeah.
Blah.
Fucking. I didn't realize it until after you had walked away, but and that was entirely. She was like, "Wait a minute." She walked away. I'm free to open the chest.
I'm free.
In fairness, she was body blocking you from drugs. Quote unquote drugs. But then you got, I guess, drugs because skooma is cocaine.
See, if you actually talked to me, maybe I wouldn't have to bury all my feelings in alcohol and drugs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. This is how the thumbnail's currently looking. I added some like red and green burn stains, give it more of a weathered look. Anyway, I'll be right back. Gotta help my mom do something. Good timing, really.
Brennan is a problem.
Yes.
And I'd like to think it's all. She wouldn't have been as gung ho about the drugs and the chest if it wasn't for Bilestone. Hayseed.
Mm-hmm.
Should I get the face claim ready, or do you think we'll be good to go for tomorrow?
You'll have it.
Okay, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you.
No, you're good.
I feel bad, but
You don't have to feel bad.
okay. I apologize. Work has just been very unfun.
Yeah. But don't worry about it. Work being exhausting is rough.
So I has all of the got words.
Huh?
Words. I was trying to explain something and then I did it very not good.
No.
I'm
Wah.
here.
Welcome
back.
back.
No, come back,
So-
Gracie! You need brushed.
Come back, Gracie. Alright.
Cometh
A
to me, child.
97-year-old book calls you hussy the old-fashioned way.
You vulgar hussy.
You vulgar hussy.
I got you.
Brett. Brennan has been called a hussy before.
Canon info.
Canon info. We will have Irene for tomorrow, Shade.
Alright.
But it may be a speed token.
I can... That has never been a worry.
Okay.
They take like 2 minutes if it's a complex token to get it done.
I don't think it should be too complex.
Hey, Gracie, doesn't that feel better to have all that fur off?
Give Greasy the sauce. Have him be lost in the sauce.
Let me create a new...
He always wants to bite the brush. Not me. He wants the brush, though.
Dogs are also like that.
Yeah.
He wormed away!
Chewie absolutely hates being brushed.
Oh.
Like, he gets violent.
Oh, baby.
Especially when you, like, bring the metal brush near his tail.
Has Onion shown any downsides to their adventure outside?
No, she's been good. She's been very keen on going back outside. She ran out today when the plumber got here, but we got her before she left the deck.
Had freedom once.
It's true. She was out there for I think a couple hours the other day. I don't think I said it in the server. I guess I was just talking to Snack, I think, at the time. Like Suge had stepped outside to pick up a package that got delivered, and the Onion like slipped out. The door was open for like a few seconds, but she slipped out, and we didn't know. And at a certain point, I was just like, "It's been a while since I've seen Onion." And I went to look for her, and I couldn't find her. And I was like, "Suge, I can't find Onion," which sometimes happens because sometimes Onion just tucks herself away to sleep somewhere, right? And I'm like, still not finding her, still not finding her. We tried all the tricks, like jingling the keys, which always makes her run to the door. And there was nothing. And I opened the door and I was like, is she outside? I don't see her. And I close it and we look around some more. And then I jingled the keys again near the door and I hear this meow outside. And there she like dashed inside when I opened the door.
Like, the outside
And she
world is
was just
scary.
like-
I want in.
Yeah,
Onion,
yeah.
Onion
She was like
craves
purring and
adventure.
rubbing up against us. Like, thank you for letting me back inside.
But now Onion craves adventure.
It's true. She's always craved adventure, but usually she's on a leash. So Onion getting brushed too. It's getting warm out. You'll have all this shedding fur. Stretch.
I definitely believe Brennan would be less honorary if she hadn't attuned to the thing.
The sword. Not the sword, the axe.
Yeah, she would probably be a lot more careful.
Well, if she keeps being ordering, she's gonna have a fucking rude awakening, I'll tell you that. If something actually bad results from it. The never seems particularly angry barbarian might have a turn of heart.
You have yet to rage. The mind yearns.
Barbarian yearns for the rage.
These alternative things don't do shit. I do like that though. That's not bad.
I want a popsicle.
I can hide irrelevant features. Wow.
Red or blue?
Red or blue.
Alright, I'm back. Speaking of thunderstorms, there's one brewing across the horizon. We should be fine.
Odds, reds, blues, even. Wait.
What are we doing?
Yeah. Even, so blue.
Blue it is.
To
Thank
blue.
you. Blue. Having a blue popsicle.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so you know, like the wine bottles are like the frosted glass wine bottles. They're like the long ones, like a Dasani water bottle with like the long.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. That's the brand I knew. Yeah. It's literally been years. I watched like one video of someone drinking it, and I'm pretty sure I don't remember if it had it, but it was like that blue. It's like a blue and white frosted glass bottle. Was what it was. I'm not gonna say like Jack Daniels or something like that, like a Morgan, because that's too modern. I was like, I don't know alcohol, the brands.
I know I was writing my notes as you were talking, and I'm just like, what is it, skooma? Yeah, skooma? Question mark, question mark,
Yes,
question mark.
skooma? The Skyrim thing?
I didn't even know it was a Skyrim thing, because I've only played Skyrim once.
I'm sure our local Khajiit will appreciate.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they have skooma here of all places? It's a
I
miracle.
thought I kicked that addiction. Hell, God, I'm gonna die eventually, and just takes it.
Yeah. I don't even remember what video it was. I don't think I watched the YouTuber anymore. Either, so. It was like one of those big, tall ones. It was like the frosted glass bottles. That's all I remember about it. I was like, that's alcohol. And I remember him saying skooma. So I was like, yeah, that's a brand. I didn't play Skyrim then, and I also don't do drugs in games to begin with, so. Much less real life.
Listen, I'm the type who, when I realize I've amassed a lot of inventory weight, and a lot of the inventory weight is like various potions and foods that I don't really need, I just kind of down it all because it's funny.
Oh, okay. I don't even think I picked up a thing of skooma ever in Skyrim, which is funny because I've like had over, I think I have over 1,000 hours, or not 1,000, no, hell no. Like over at least 100 hours in Skyrim.
They're only in like a few
much?
select places. I think like
100 hours and 100.7 hours. And
I
Yeah,
think
I don't know.
we're mostly able to come across it during like the main quest line in Dawnguard.
yeah,
Because you go to like dens of in Dawnguard you quite literally go to a druggy den. Because
okay.
there's like a blood fountain.
The Dawnguard DLC or whatever.
Yeah, DLC. Yeah.
I played that. I don't remember that. There being any skooma.
I think it's
Huh,
the vampire
okay.
quest line.
Oh, I didn't do the vampire quest line.
Yeah.
You didn't use the vampires.
I told them to go fuck themselves.
Well, damn.
I was gonna kill them anyways.
I mean, that's where the vampire quest line goes too.
Are you talking about the one where? Are you talking about the quest line where if you join them and turn into a vampire? Or I thought that was two different quest lines in that.
Dawnguard has like two paths you can go. You can go the Dawnguard route or the vampire route.
Yeah, I went the Dawnguard route because I'm not gonna let Serana be abused like that.
It's fine. At a certain like the route you take only affects like the middle of the quest line.
Mm-hmm.
And it also makes
Oh,
the
so it ends with
Dawnguard
killing
more
him
problem.
either ways.
Yeah, it ends with it. Spoilers for a game that is over 10 years old, by the way.
What are you talking about? The new version of Asylum got released X months ago. There's so many people now that are spoiled. I'm going to be continuing to eat these fries and chicken nuggets. Well, it's not even chicken nuggets, it's chicken tenders actually. It's even better.
I want fries and chicken
Entrepreneur
tenders.
has been getting recommended to me a lot.
Yeah.
Hilarious
Entrepreneur.
shorts. Video that Zombie just sent. It's a lot of those
Alright,
like
post up.
shorts that have those that's like quote unquote
Some
inspirational.
of the same guys from Friday Night TV.
Oh, your mic is working, Zombie.
The best part is the guy going, "I'm uncancelable, not even God," and then putting a gun to his head, pulling the trigger 3 times, then pointing at the roof and pulling the trigger once, and the gun goes off towards the roof. It's a fucking MagFed pistol.
That's some Kameda bullshit right there.
What was the one short? It was the DuPont contingency, I think.
Oh yes,
The DuPont ultimatum.
Ultimatum, yeah.
All right.
Pulls a knife that gets wrestled away.
All right, he didn't take the final offer. You know what that means, boys? It's time for a DuPont ultimatum. You know, I've been sober going on 14 years now.
What is? I'm so confused.
Let's see if I can find it.
Hold on.
Chicken tenders, honestly, great.
Yo,
Chicken tenders.
shut it to chicken tenders.
Chicken tenders and homemade fries from potatoes, like made from scratch.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Believe this is the video.
Oh, Sid vote is up, by the way. Everyone else
Mm.
has selected their options. There is no thunderstorms brewing for Zombie. For Brian, my bad. Okay, I'll put these off to the side, and we're all here.
When's howling?
As I say,
Oh,
we're ready
there it is.
to get back into it. As I'm going to switch us back over. Let's get something a little bit more tense.
Boris be stressing.
As you guys walk out and Boris sees so many goddamn rooms. Why are there so many rooms in this house?
Well, at least
Let's
one of them might be the
go.
same room, which is weird fucking center. You got a room below the bathroom, which is I don't fucking know, and then a room at the end of the hall, which I don't know how the fuck there's a room at the end of the hall.
The room, it could go to the tower.
No,
Not the
That
direction of the tower.
doesn't work directionally.
That would be like
You?
above the oh god, I'm not Boris. I'm being stupid. I can't think what the fuck fucking
Stairs. This would
Foyer?
be
Foyer,
north of the
thank
tower,
you. Sorry?
right?
Foyer.
To the side of the foyer, I believe.
Isn't that the north of the foyer?
There's actually a door that. There's actually a
North
door
of the
that goes-
foyer, and then across from the platform that we were on when we
yeah,
came
the
up
door I'm
the
talking
stairs.
about being like, I don't know if the door works.
So,
Karen did see that there was an area below the section of the stairs. The foyer is like, effectively, the foyer is like a open area in the middle of everything. So effectively, where the stairs would be about intersecting that door, but there's still room from effectively the end of the foyer to the beginning of the
center
foyer
room.
under there.
Oh, okay.
Is this where the center room would be if we went down a floor?
The center room, the parlor.
Yeah, would be here.
Your layout probably is correct. Yes.
Okay. I thought I had the room flipped. I had the in my head. I thought this was north.
I believe actually the bedroom you were in directly above you is pretty much right where the ballroom would be, downstairs.
I had some stuff around.
Are you alright, Boris? Do you need to
I just
go back
the last
downstairs?
we can finish up here. Just the last couple of rooms have been more just nothing.
Alright.
But at the same time, I don't want to miss something because
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, so we'll start with this one because I don't know. This door looks a little messed up.
as Karen moves, she's going to avoid looking at the mirror.
Does Brian avoid looking at the mirror too? Zombie. I'm going to take that as a potential yes.
Brandon's gonna booty bump this door open. Like, try and open it with her hip.
Given you managed to avoid the gaze of the mirror. As you open, okay, who's opening which doors?
I'm gonna look into the one on the right, and she was gonna look on the left.
Okay, I'll start with you since you stated yours first.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Boris.
another big open room.
As you did I not import my notes for this one? Ah, shit. I didn't. One moment. I got him over here. Don't worry. I think I did put in the story section at least. I just didn't replace. I did. Okay, cool. Boris, as you open the room, much like the other guest bedroom you saw, it has a sagging bed, a wardrobe, and a writing desk. However, do you step in the room first off?
Yeah, I'll like here.
Place this for myself. As you step in the room and take a quick glance around it, you see in the corner of the room, effectively right near you, a bit to the side by probably the fireplace, you see a coat rack which hangs a torn yellow parka on it. A bit tattered.
I'll go to the parka and grab it.
You take the parka off the clothes rack?
Yeah.
The coat rack? You The parka would be about right here.
Okay. I bet say because it's clearly on item I didn't know.
For the sake
Okay.
of not having anybody alone.
Yeah.
Oracle, peek over.
Hey, Silver.
Mhm.
I just got hit with this headache.
Oh. Do you need to lay down then?
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. DM me if anything crazy happens, but I'm gonna have Brendan abandon that for now.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go hop off.
Okay, I'll DM you when we get to Librify if you want me to do anything.
Okay. I apologize.
No worries. Brendan had her fun. You definitely had your fun.
Yeah, I did. So just have her be a little bit of a knobhead.
Understood. I will turn up knob head settings to 3.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
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 Okay. Boss, you take up the parka in your hands as it kind of flops, I'd say, off the coat wrap. As you see the sleeves jumble for a moment. And you swear that there seems to be a larger tear going up the side of one of the sleeves.
Just a big tear around the sleeve, but otherwise it's intact.
Do you wish to examine it?
Yeah, I'll give it a look over.
You, I imagine, pull the sleeve a bit outwards to take a full view of it. As you see, on one side, it appears to be slitted down the middle, almost near the shoulder, down to the very end. As it almost seems as if someone's arm. The only way to describe this is it's like someone's arm was ripped straight out of it.
No, that's no good.
Do you examine it further? Any of the parka?
No, upon seeing that, I'll put it in my bag.
Okay. Feel free to give yourself a parka. A torn parka.
How do you spell parka?
Earka. It's just park, but with an A.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
I guess Ulrich's watching you like study the thing and thinking back on what you'd said earlier. He's kind of like, is that similar to what you saw earlier in the hall?
Yeah.
Hmm. Looks around the large room.
You take a look through the. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say
What
the
you
only
say?
thing else I can see maybe those papers on the corner.
Mm-hmm. Ulrich will take a look. Yeah, it'll take a general look around the room since there was one interesting item here. Maybe there's something else that suggests who the owner was.
You take a look at the scrap papers. Yeah. You go over to the scrap of papers, and you see that there is a jumble. As if. Feel free to give me an investigation check.
So nearly high.
I'll say that's enough to get the intentions that you might be able to tell. The papers seem to be somewhat scrambled, as if someone was in a hurry. As you take a look, you see that there appears to be a few pieces of paper that are missing. As you notice that there are dusts, lines of area where papers would be, but are gone, as the dust is completely not there around those places. As if someone had hurriedly taken papers. As opposed to most of the other house, this appears to be recent activity.
It looks like someone else is here.
Yeah. Oh, this Parker says anything, yeah, someone else is here.
But perhaps something a little less supernatural. Is there anything about the papers that are like the contents of them that is like, are they all on the same topic or?
They appear to be blank pieces of paper, actually. Like
Oh, all
writing paper,
blank.
stationery.
So yes, they are of
Okay.
the same topic. Nothing.
Yes. He kind of like frowns. I think he like holds one up and like kind of holds like not in his torch, but like to the light of his torch. Like if there's anything like weird about it, like invisible ink or just impressions of what was written on it, or
Feel
like
free
on
to
paper on
give
top of
me
it.
another intelligence check for this one particularly.
Just
Or
plain
a
old
investigation check. Investigation.
Investigation. Oh no, not today.
It's hard to tell in the lighting.
All right.
I give him a I give him not a light cantrip because I don't have that. I give him a light via heckin' what is it? Produce flame. There we go. And
I feel like
then
Produce Flame is about the same effect as this torch in this situation.
Well, you see, we have like multiple angles for better lighting. You know.
Would you like to try an investigation
I
check?
would like to try an investigation check.
Go for it.
Go ahead and try an investigation check.
Hilariously, Ulrich is actually better than me at this, despite me being the intelligence-based one. Wow.
But you can roll
Hey.
higher. Karen, as you take a look with your multiple angled light, Ulrich holding the paper up at one side, you do notice from the other side indents in the paper of scratches, like someone was writing with a very fine instrument. You can make out a few characters, but it's hard to tell quite. You do know that someone was writing on a piece of paper on top of this one. And it seemed to be hurried and short. As you do notice also that there appears to be tears in some of the paper, as if someone ripped off a smaller section of it.
Do you have any charcoal or pencil or anything?
I only have a pen, but do you still
you know
have
what?
your old torch?
There's
Yeah.
also,
Also,
just soot over here. Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
also
he'll
just
just
sit
go-
over there.
let's
There's
go
also
grab
just
a
soot over there.
handful of soot, come back, and then get like shake
We-
off his hand a bit so there's just a light dusting, and then just like smear it across the paper.
We were with the exact same mind.
Oh shit, lucky you guys coming around with a different solution to this. Alright. That was clever. I'm gonna give you both inspiration for that shit.
Yay!
Take your
I
inspiration.
have a star now.
Yay!
Gold
All
star,
right.
good job.
You do see, as you examine the paper, there appears to be two particular smaller size, what you can imagine, ripped off notes that were made as you get the soot over it. And the first one has written on it, Fakir. Fakir said Boris is supposed to be here soon. No one was let back home, so they forced the old coot to march all the way down here from Valaki. The second one, which just appeared to be written hastily and has a different penmanship from the first note, has only one thing on it. Fakir, the key was in the room upstairs. You screwed up. The paper seems to have, as mentioned before, been written hastily, as it appears that there is a nurse sentence that begins but is quickly cut off.
Vic here, is that a name that we know?
That is not a name you know of, but you do know the name Boris.
Yeah.
The old man.
Ulrich looking across
Shade.
the room.
Karen also
Hey,
looking
Boris?
I will say, if you're looking at Boris, especially being like, who is, and him holding up the, we said orange was the color, right?
Yellow.
Yellow.
It was like a yellowish orange, effectively, but it was a very dirty yellow.
You would see a similarity in what he's wearing, but it's way more faded, like years and years and years gone and patched up and refixed with furs. Like you can see there's a bit there, but it's almost turned to brown by just age. But especially with him putting away the more clean one, you'd be like, wait, there's
Like Silver and
match there.
pauses. Boris?
Yeah.
Does the name Fakir mean anything to you?
Yeah. He was one of the hunters of my area. I was actually looking for him and his friend.
Do you know who his friend was?
Yeah, it was 1 second, just so I don't fuck up the name and DMs. I just looked at it a second ago. What was it? Dimitri.
It kind of looks at Karen and holds up the page. Well, we seem to... Does this look like either of their handwriting?
I'll walk over there.
You take a look at the paper and you do recognize that the first note and the second note... the first note appears to be from one of the other gods' handwriting. A individual known as Olak. The second one appears to be from Dimitri.
Yeah. And then the second one, that's Dimitri. I didn't know Olak was with them. Huh. The note I got was actually about them being stuck here and needing help, so that's why I was actually coming this way.
Karen will be sure to write down as closely as possible to the handwriting in her own notes these notes.
All right.
Yeah, no. The yellow is a sign of the hunters, so people knew when they were coming and going.
I see. Well, I'm not
Honest House
totally
is
sure
really
what
messing with me.
means
This
for
that was a real parka, so and these are real notes, so they either are here and still here somewhere, or I don't know.
Well, there were multiple doors.
Yeah, 2 more to go.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Do you want to hang on to these? I'll offer you the soot paper.
Good.
Karen is going to start checking the walls, by the way.
You're going to start checking the walls, all right. How do you go about this?
Sort of feeling around if there's any like generally around the south wall and the east wall, if there's any sort of like latches or buttons or anything that she can find, just to make sure.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Would you like help?
Would you like to be the one to roll it? Because you're +4.
Sure. Because I think it's pretty clear what you're doing. I don't think you're being like trying to be subtle about it or anything.
No.
So Ulrich sees you and he's like, "Here, I'll come over and help out."
I will give you advantage.
Okay. Come on, Ulrich. The lucky 3. Hell yeah.
23.
23. As you're taking a look at this wall, seeing if there are any hidden mechanisms or any such thing, I imagine you knock upon it to see whether it might be hollow or what. There is a hollow sound. However, you get the feeling that there is a space behind it rather than in the wall itself. but you do not see any hidden mechanisms or such. The only thing you imagine would be connecting the two areas would be the fireplace.
Hmm. We did see a door at the end of the hallway.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping there
Uh,
was a secret door. I like it when there's secret doors.
well, I can swing around the other side and see if it lines up. If not, we can check back. But
Right.
Let's see, was Brennan checking the other room? 'Cause I remember you talking about trying to open the door and...
Brennan didn't want to do that. She got us on a headache and decided not to.
Okay. Then I'll go over here and I'll...
All
just
this
lock the door
investigation's killing me, guys. My head's still hurting. Can we kick it up a notch?
because- Sure. Open this door. Open the door.
I suppose we've also haven't been doing looking at things, so keep up the work.
Why can't I open this?
As much. What is this door? Why you open the door? Can you open the door?
Couldn't
So
open it because
open-
you couldn't
wait,
get the
do it
icon.
There we go. You open the door and you see that there are stairs leading upwards.
Oh, great. That means the other side had something else.
like just how fed up he sounds is really good. Oh God.
Watch the other stair, the other doors, stairs that somehow lead downward despite this going over the parlor.
Yeah.
Boris, you see a door that does not have stairs, but a room behind it.
Oh,
good.
fuck.
I mean, I really don't... I'm getting tired of rooms. This house kind of sucks ass. I'm getting
It's
tired
a
of it.
house. What do you
What?
wish for?
What else do you want in a building?
I guess.
This,
All right,
this
as
minute,
you
just not these
Well.
gigantic open rooms.
dude, like closed rooms. I'm sorry.
No, I want
Brennan
like a
speaks up.
medium-sized room. These are like the
You
size of a
just-
house.
You just want a plain.
He wants a whittle room.
It's just like the
Let's-
size of a... Why are there doors that... Oh, God damn it.
I think this house is designed to fuck with you, Chris.
Specifically
All right,
you.
as you guys step into this room, you find that this office is decorated with sturdy shelves and a desk carved with reclining satyrs. The desk's high-backed chair is turned away, obscuring any occupant.
There's
Was that all
dope,
to the
man.
room?
Do you examine the room?
Yeah, I'll look around the room. I was just making sure I didn't interrupt you.
Yeah, that's everything from that. I
okay.
post what there is there for now.
Oh, okay.
I wait for you to interact.
Yeah, I'll
There
look at
does
the
appear
desk.
to be, yes, the desk has books and papers in the room, including copious documents. Do you examine the documents?
I'll skim through them.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check.
While he's doing that, Karen's going to approach this door and listen to it.
You don't find anything particularly interesting in the documents, unfortunately, Boris. A bunch of it is legal-esque business talk and such and such.
Yeah.
Business transactions, ledgers, the usual for what you
Yeah.
can imagine is the merchant.
Oh, that sounds good.
Karen, as you're listening through the door, why don't you just take a look at something real quick? You don't tell me what I wish to know. Hold up, let me take a look at this.
Like I presume
It is a
it's
glass door,
about-
by the way. Fantasy
Oh.
Grounds doesn't
Oh,
didn't use the classic window trick.
I listened
It is a glass
to the-
door. I'm going to open this for you for the sake of you seeing outside, but it is not open for you yet. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be glass from memory.
Okay, so
But it is, in
okay,
fact, a
it is
window.
it is what I figured it was. It was a door to the balcony. That makes sense.
You see a sturdy ivory entangled balcony.
Oh, that makes
It
sense.
appears to be bolted right now, though, but you can open it from this side if you wish.
If I saw that it was like an actual balcony door, I wouldn't have approached it.
That's fine. Maybe you were curious about this shelf right here, you know?
And you know, sure, why not? I'm curious about the shelf.
Yeah. Just slide over.
And
then
not the
a tree
documents
just
that
grabs
that's...
you and pulls you through the wall.
Oh no, I'm
Uh,
being pulled through the window.
Wow, they really waited a long time to pull you through that particular window over there.
They knew exactly what they were doing. They knew exactly what I would do.
Yes, you take a look through the shelf of various books. A lot of them pocketbooks, of course. A lot of them good for reference study. I will say, anyone trying to examine the room for interest, so like documents or such, give me a perception check. Other than
Alrighty.
Boris, who's already attempted.
Would it be investigation?
Woo!
I think Ulrich got it, don't worry.
Well,
If you want to, you can, but...
I'm gonna roll it out of spite. Is my
Let's see if
spite
you
roll
meet the
investigation
DC.
or perception?
It would be perception according to this.
Okay.
But I agree with that. It doesn't matter because you also would have gotten it.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. As Ulrich is kind of examining the room, you come to the desks that that Boris is kind of ruffling through. As you take a look at the documents and you examine the copious amounts of ledgers and such, personal papers, you find a deed to the house. As a sheaf of dry legal documents, including the deeds to the house and rights to the surrounding lands, are in it. These documents enumerate the land's features, including castles, ruins of castle events, prior owners being Lady Mara Silva, Doc Dranzorg, and Lord Corden Silva. The dates are unknown.
Oh shit. We
Hmm.
know all those names except the last one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say, because Karen is also examining, you also find a additional document that has Lauren's will and death certificate and names of 4 members of the Halveris family. Lauren, his wife Theodora, and their daughter Regan, and their son Vastian. An addendum notes that Lauren died of tenacious deviltry of the leftmost lung. As I will go ahead and add both of these items to your party sheet.
Woo!
In addition,
I will yoink mine.
to the
Ah!
business
wah,
records.
I was gonna copy and paste the thing into my notes. You stole it from me.
I stole it.
I mean, throw in the
There
chat.
you go.
Thank you.
The whole got it.
In addition to the dual business records, the desk holds a key in it, and a 4-foot-long silver chain necklace, which you can gauge is worth quite the hefty price, as well as a pistol with a box of bullets. You take a look at the box and you see that there are only 49 out of 50 bullets in it. So I will add both of those to your party sheet.
Give the small fox
Who
girl
here
a
can
gun.
use
Do
a
it.
gun?
It's a martial weapon.
Here's a martial weapon.
Okay, I didn't know the
Uh,
ruling there. That's why I was.
Do those? I
Honestly,
was
up
trying
to
to drag it
silver.
into. I will say Ulrich would definitely be able to know how to use a gun, I feel.
Yeah, that's on theme. He will acquire them into his inventory.
I was about to say, gun's not 100% Boris's thing. It's not like he couldn't learn it.
I feel like Boris could use a gun. He might not be trained in it, but he could use it.
Yeah.
There was only one firearm in Barovia that I'm aware of,
And it was locked up.
and it was
Oh,
locked
God.
up.
How do I take all 48 bullets?
Hold shift.
Thank you.
49 bullets, you mean?
Well, I
Out of
already
50.
took one.
48 out of 50 plus minus 1. That is all you find in the desk. It did put the key in there. Okay, cool.
I misunderstood. I was like, oh, a key
4
on a necklace.
foot
No, just a
long
key
chain
and
necklace.
a
That is a long chain necklace.
Yeah.
It is a very long chain necklace.
That'll reach your feet.
It
I'm
get
calling
very
you-
close.
Out of character, I'm calling you short.
In character, I'm calling you short.
In character, I don't even notice.
What about the desk itself?
What's on the
Brian, you look at the ceiling.
It's just
You see a human-sized mold monster on the ceiling. Oh, wait, that is just a mold stain. A very human-sized mold stain. That could make a
oddly
good
human
book.
shaped.
Oddly human-shaped.
I just watched a horror movie like that.
Brendan looks up. Drugs.
Drugs.
Medicine. Like, hang out over here. Oh, I don't think this will help with the headache. No, I'm not going to. No, that's silly. It's not going to help with the headache.
Necklace from the
I mean, it could. I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least we found something. Hey, key. Wonder if that's the key that Dimitri mentioned.
Well,
It could be.
it might be. They
we'll
mentioned it
find
was
out if we
upstairs,
can
but we don't know if that note originated from that desk.
Mm-hmm.
True. No, unless he means upstairs, and we gotta go up the stairs.
Ulrich is going to just has the uncomfortable, itchy feeling that like, there's probably not something there, but something could be there. It's like when you see a door that's
Could be
just a
there.
little bit open, and he's gonna go to the chair and he's gonna spin it around.
Ulrich.
It's making him uncomfortable that it's facing that way.
You feel your beard scratch under your chin as it prickles up in you. Step, step, step. A floorboard creaks under you.
Oh.
As you put your hand on the chair and you quickly turn it around to be met with a silhouette of someone who had once sat in a chair a long time ago. But no one in the chair.
The silhouette makes his heart jump a little bit, but it's like, there's nobody there. It's just an old chair.
However, as you look at it, you do see that there is an oddly shaped burnt hole near the, not quite center of the chair, but a little bit offset to the side.
But I'll reach out, kind of lightly touch it. Is it kind of bullet sized, perhaps?
It's approximately marble to bullet size.
Oh.
Mm.
There's a reason there's only 49 bullets.
Was it about where on the chair did you say it was? Like, compared to a person sitting in it?
You would imagine for an average male of about 5'8" to 6 feet, it would be somewhere around the heart to perhaps a lung.
Well, odd way to do it yourself. Unfortunate if it was someone else shooting you with presumably your own gun. He's gonna look at the back. Did the bullet go through the chair?
There is no exit hole in the back of the chair.
Compulsion strikes. He's gonna try and wiggle the bullet out of the chair. Like, reach cram his little fingers in the hole.
You cram your fingers in the hole as you feel something hard, and as you pull back, not able to keep a full hold of it, you hear a clatter as something soft and metal drops against the floor and rolls along under the desk.
Okay, he'll crouch down to go get it.
You pick up what appears to be a smashed piece of bullet.
Kind of like rolls it over in his fingers, considering. He's gonna. He's gonna stand up and he's gonna kind of rifle through the desk again, looking for something that's like a checkbook or something that indicates like this is the person whose desk this was.
Yes, you take a look through it, through the checkbook, the ledgers, and you see that the individual who this office and desk belongs to seems to be Lauren Halvrist.
Okay.
You do see an additional note in there as well while you're investigating, among his personal documents.
He snoops.
You snoop. You read the note. It appears to be a ripped out diary entry of some sort, maybe a journal, as it seems to have been misplaced in time, as it reads a date that seems to have been faded with time. Nikolov ended up coming over today on a business trip, among a few of the others. The storm was brewing a bit hard, so I had ordered the servants to start closing up the windows. However, Nikolov had insisted on keeping them open for aesthetic reasons. He is a man of much curiosity for being someone who invented and worked with electricity. Unfortunately, because of the weather, I had some guests arrive. Uninvited, but not entirely unwelcomed under normal circumstances. A group of wandering Vistani caravan ended up stopping today, led by a madam, I believe her name was Doina. I wished to turn them away. It seemed as if it was be a bad omen. However, Theodora insisted that they come in. She told me that it would be worse luck if I had refused someone of the miss. I was skeptical, but of course, due to her supernatural inclivities, I decided to treat them to soothe her humors. Unfortunately, the visit did not go as I had hoped. While we were talking, Theodora had brought up the matter of fortune-telling. I tried to scoff it off, of course, but she was insistent on it, with Vistani present, and her with her deck of cards that she has kept by her since that one day at the market near Demilechu. She was insistent on having them do a fortune-telling. A reading, she called it. Of course, the madam herself was not disinterested in such matters, as much as I tried to oppose, and even Nikolov himself was curious about the case. I suppose leave it to inquisitive types to hold interest in anything, whether it be science or the supernatural. I did not like the readings, the results of them. They proved to be, as I had expected when it came to Vistani, disastrous. I'll be honest, I lost my temper there and yelled at them. Though I did not kick them out, I sorely wish I had. Theodora hurriedly got the deck and put it away, leaving whatever matters that they left behind on the desk. I was not in the mood to even look at them. Nikolov seemed to have a keen interest, and they left shortly after dinner. That is all the note contains.
Okay. Just mulling that over for a moment. I'd kind of been wondering if some of these rooms were held in a different time than others, but it seems like they might all still be on the same timeline as one another.
Yeah. Because if we go through the three, sorry, it was 4 people in this house. You got the Lord and then 3, and the 3 probably were the messing with the cards because I don't feel like they'll mess with.
You are cutting out, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying we know there was at least 4 people put on the in that little letter, and we know there's 3 readings. Possibility is it was done for like the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying this as I did not read the letter you had.
Okay. I'll clear that up a little bit. Yeah, he'll rehash the letter, so it's like, yeah, the readings presumably would either be for 3 of the family members, or perhaps one of them was Nikolov. He was interested.
Definitely be Nikolov and the daughter. No, not the daughter. Sorry. I have the names backwards in my head.
The wife?
Yeah, the wife.
Wife Theodora.
Maybe the daughter, but I doubt that, actually. Huh. I wonder who the 3rd was for.
Hmm.
From what you can tell by going through his personal files, you do see a miniature painting of not all the family, but some of them. As you see 2 children appear to be around ages 6 or 7. One with curly black hair and one with a red hair. A bit of a bob cut. Something akin to it, but slightly longer.
Oh. They're quite young. Younger than I was thinking.
Teens. Okay. Anything else in this room we can think of that might be interesting? Unless we want to look through the books, I don't think.
You see anything interesting, Baron?
Yep. Appear to be mainly books of accounting and architectural structures and such. Mostly business.
Okay, that leaves.
I think the mold has a face.
I think so too, looking at it, actually. If you turn your head around, it kind of looks like a wolf man.
Okay,
though.
we're leaving the room. We're leaving the room.
Whoa, look how big ears he has.
Come on, I'm doing the hands out, not touching, but kind of pushing. Okay, come on, go. We're leaving the room. We're not.
I want to take a look. Look at what big teeth he has.
Sure, later. Now, the real
As you
question:
all
do we
exit the room.
do we head upstairs more? The attic, which might be just one big area, or probably easier just to go upwards. It's right here already.
We still have the tower thing too, the leaper.
Yeah, but I'd rather finish all this before that, because we'd have to go down and then up again.
We just be
We want to
backtracking.
see.
Up again. Yeah, we'd just be backtracking.
I'm going to
Right
say
now,
with
we don't
the
around to check out that room.
time
We can do
that's
that on our
gone
way back down.
past, on your investigations and going through here. I would say about 2 hours have gone.
Yeah, that
We
makes
have
sense.
just passed
Oh,
3 hours, by the
there's
way.
my torch.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Uh,
head upstairs, we think?
There's not one more room on this floor.
Yeah, but we gotta go that way to head back down anyways.
Sure, true. Lead the way. Or I guess I can if you don't want to light a torch.
I can light a torch, it's fine. Having
All
two
this
doesn't
walking
hurt.
is getting tiring. I think I need to take
you
a
don't
break
know.
soon.
Yeah, it's understandable. Okay, upstairs we go.
Take a look at least to see what it is.
That's my thought.
And if it doesn't seem like it's gonna be, if it seems like it's big, maybe turn back around for now. It's starting to get a little dizzy.
Let me throw.
Hold up.
Take us through, God.
Is the door not open for you?
I don't think it is.
It is. No.
You're just-
It was closed.
Oh, right, I remember because I.
You just. I was opening it! Okay. Let me go ahead and get this. So I open up the third floor. We will go ahead and
The third
drag
floor.
the third floor. I will figure out how many people I can drag on here. First off,
Oh.
before I do anything. This one is a little tighter.
Oh no, what's Brendan gonna do?
Lay down, have panic attack, die.
Just as expected.
Is her
Yeah,
MO.
let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Alright, as I share this map with you.
Look at this baby boy.
As you walk up to what appears to be the third floor.
The third floor.
The third floor. As there is a door at the end of the third floor, leading into a hallway.
Oh god, another hallway.
Features a threadbare rug covered in geometric patterns, the lines of which appear impossible to find, and as you step in, you hear the floorboards as they seem to be creaking. And as some of you are stepping through, I'm just going to move a few of you forward. I'm going to actually stop you right there for now.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you move about this far.
That's fine. I was just making room.
Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries. Because this would happen almost immediately after the first two of you would enter, at least enough time for that. As you step through, a clock suddenly begins chiming, echoing throughout the halls. As you hear what almost seems to come from inside, but you swear has to be from outside while it's chiming. A flock of ravens flying up into the clouded sky outside. As you hear kind of a brewing about, as yet again a strike of lightning cracks through the air. Or you feel that this has been the most amount of danger you have been subjected to in quite a while. In one sitting, your nerves are starting to get to you, as there are too many signs. Too few for it to be a bad omen. But you're not sure if you wish to risk that.
Okay, let's head back down. There's too many rooms. I'm not gonna mess with this today.
Ulrich looks kind of like surprised, but
Entered
also
here,
glances around.
had a lightning strike, had a clock chime that we definitely didn't hear at any other time. I'd rather go fight a monster this minute.
Yay, killing things!
Yeah,
I'm honestly interested in what it's gonna be.
that's actually very fair. But yeah, no, that's just bad omen reading all over that. Nope.
Alright.
Second floor could be like, sure, but nope. If we have to check this, sure. It's like the basement. If we have to, we will. Otherwise, I'm not gonna mess with it.
All right. Whoops.
You all head back down to the first floor then?
Yeah. Well, what was the other room just while we're passing by? Because we'll just look into it.
Oh, the one in the center?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll open up the second floor for you real quick. As I will drag everyone back there. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Get off player preview real quick. There we go. You are all back on the second floor. Yes, there is a door to this side. I will drop you on the other side of it. Give me a moment.
That's fine. Oh, yeah.
I was thinking that... you guys are in the walls. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you're still in the walls. Get out of the walls. There you are.
Oh, it's a little bed room.
Yes. You open up the room, as it appears to be a little bedroom, as, taking a look in it, similar to the other bedrooms with the second beds and the wardrobes and writing desks, you also see the room consists of a hanging glass chandelier, held together by wire and string. Multiple color shards lets off various lights whenever a torch is brought into the room, as they reflect off of each other while swinging on a hook. And on the bed is a stitched-together quilt of crude animals. There's
Why is
also
this one fancier?
Oh.
A leather pouch that rests on the writing desk.
Well,
Why is this one fancier?
No shit.
kind of eyeing the chandelier to make sure it's not so old it just collapses on him. But he'll circle around to
Karen-
the writing desk.
Karen is going to send the hand at the chandelier and
Oh, I thought you
Go.
got
poke it.
Slaps it down
Go
right onto
forth!
Ulrich.
You send the hand
Chandelier.
at the glass chandelier as you poke it, and it begins rotating, and with Boris's torchlight, all sorts of colors start swirling around the room, as it appears to be almost like a kaleidoscope effect. But the chandelier does not fall, it does creak.
Does it look like it would weigh more than 10 pounds?
No.
Okay, then she's just going to keep the hand situated like right underneath it,
Very well.
as to like sort of keep it stable.
Understood. The mage hand is floating diligently, waiting to intercept anything
My
that
god, that
happens.
was the quickest I've ever seen a token move.
Yeah.
Meow.
You saw the pretty lights moving, and the
You
instinct
saw-
kicked in.
Just like staring blankly at the
You want to check the
patchwork
chest?
little quilt.
Or
The patchwork little quilt.
Probably take the
The little
quilt.
patchwork quilt on the bed.
It appears to be of crude animals, things such as wolves and bears adorn the sheets, as it somewhat reminds you a bit of home, in a way. However, maybe a little bit more, I wouldn't say monstrous, but almost like Nightmare Before Christmas kind of vibes.
Intrigue.
What is
Adorable
Otis
customer.
taking a look at?
I think you said there's a leather pouch on the
On the
Writing
writing
desk?
desk, yes.
one. Poke around.
It would be actually the desk next to Cloud.
Oh, okay. Meow.
You do see a leather pouch. Do you wish to pick it up?
Yeah.
You pick up the pouch as you hear a kind of jingling in it. Almost like crystals, perhaps?
Oh. Wow.
He'll open it up and pour it into his palm.
As you open the pouch up and you tip it over towards your palm, you see several what you think is crystals at first, and maybe some of them are, but glass shards fall into your hand, similar to the chandelier. And as you do, several centipedes wriggle out along with them as they crawl along your hand.
Gonna drop the leather pouch, and he's not gonna like freak out swing his hand around, like, because he doesn't want to like scare them.
Smack Cloud accidentally.
But he's gonna like kind of bring his hand down to the little table in hopes that they just crawl off of it.
As you're moving your hand around, trying to keep composure, several of the centipedes fall off of it before you can reach the table. As they hit the ground and crawl along the floor, they drop to the floor and crawl along it. Going under the bed and the table, as you swear you hear a shattering sound. As you see broken pieces of different colored glass shattered across the floor.
Blink, blink. Kind of like close eyes firmly for a second, open them again. Does he still see them, or is it kind of gone in a flash?
There is glass shards all across the floor.
He's gonna like look back up at the chandelier, like, did I miss it falling somehow?
The mage hand is diligently keeping the chandelier up.
It only lasts for a minute, but whenever it seems like it's about to go away, she casts it again.
Gonna pat Cloud's arm. Do you
Your
see
arms
all this?
do appear to be covered in several tinier fragments of glittering glass dust.
Oh shit.
As you have a few of them embedded into your hand as you pat.
Ow, ow, what are you? Ow.
Ow. Ah, sorry. Well,
You
okay.
do?
You see these?
Loud does in fact see them.
Did you break something?
I didn't think so. It all just... I heard something break. But the chandelier is still together. And no one else seemed to react to the sound.
The sound was audible to everyone else within the room.
Ah, okay.
Ah.
Also centipedes.
Cloud, you did in fact see the centipedes.
Oh, yes. No, those are. Nah. Anyway, I hope that no one minds if I just take this. He just starts rolling up the quilt.
You roll up the quilt. As you almost swear for a second that the animals on it start running about the quilt, as if trying to escape being curled up into some sort of either ball or a, for lack of better words, burrito.
Does Ulrich also see them seem to move?
You do not see them seem to move.
Alright. He's too preoccupied trying to deglass himself.
Quite.
Now, that's
Cloud
very interesting.
Cloud getting all these animated object
These,
things.
my dearest flower would have loved this.
Oh.
sort of like tie it off with something to keep it rolled.
All right. As far as you're aware, that is everything of importance within the room.
You need help with that, by the way.
I think I got it. I think I got most of them out. Kind of. He's gonna put like the proper like glass pieces and maybe crystals into the little pouch. After making sure there's no more centipedes inside of it.
There does
turn
not
it
appear to
inside
be any
out.
more centipedes. However, there does seem to be a few. There seems to be a lack of shards that you had before.
Oh. Like all gone?
Not all, but several.
Just several. Okay. That's weird.
Centipedes took
Maybe
them.
centipedes
Your
took
hands
them.
do
Maybe
appear
I'm
to be
tired.
sliced up a bit where you had dropped the centipedes on.
Ugh. Hmm. Well, that's weird. Maybe we should take
Take a what, sorry?
a break. Ulrich is like, maybe we should all take a break. Maybe I'm getting tired and miscounting glass and seeing things a little bit.
Oh no, it's the house. I can just tell you that.
You
The
are
longer we're in
convinced
here,
that
the
is
more
the house.
control it has.
There have definitely been many a weird thing going on.
Hmm. As a last
So
check.
did we
I saw a
check
room I
this
haven't seen
chest?
for 6 years.
We have not.
You have not checked the chest, but the chest does appear to be mainly filled with blankets and such.
I mean, it'd be bad to have a spare, but anybody
Yeah.
need any spare blankets?
I'm pretty warm right now.
Anyone who desires a blanket, feel free to add a blanket to your inventory.
All right. As a last check, Ulrich is going to carefully, so as not to step on centipede or piece of shard of glass, crouch down to look under the bed where the centipedes crawled.
You look under the bed. As you see... Well, first off, a quitless bed now. Underneath the bed are several pieces of broken glass. What you could maybe consider the missing shards you couldn't previously find.
Mm-hmm. The centipede stash. Okay. Well, he will straighten back up and let those be.
Then you see the centipedes have been stealing the shards of glass to make tiny knives.
Because I have
Oh,
narrated
shit, they're
like
gonna
this,
shake
can you roll me a d4, Sid, by the way?
A D4? Oh, yeah.
Feel free to add 2 piercing damage to yourself from the glass shards.
Feel free. I feel not to. No.
Not,
Yeah.
can I not?
Can you not? You already have. Oh.
There we go.
All your troubles, take this. 2 piercing damage of glass shards embedded into your hand.
Here, hold this.
Here,
A couple
hold
of
this.
these glass shards are colored red now. Puts them in the baggie, but
Oh, don't worry, they were already red before.
didn't mess up anything.
They were red to make you think it was blood, while also just making you bleed.
Yeah, it was a trick. Trick of the light, as they might say.
A trick of the light, but it wasn't actually a trick. You're bleeding.
True.
The trick was to get you to bleed without realizing you're bleeding at first.
All right.
Okay, time to go check up with our good friends who've been sitting in that room. God, I hope.
Alrighty. You're going back to the parlor immediately then?
We might as well. There's
Yeah.
just give them an update. Almost
Okay.
nothing has been found besides
Hey, we found notes.
A lot of
Yeah,
nothing
not a
and
lot
a
of
lot,
shit.
a lot of rooms full of weird shit and a lot of and a few rooms full of a lot of shit.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a lot of rooms with like a little and then like 2 rooms that were like, oh my god.
All right, let me go ahead and get you back to the first floor then. Boop, boop, boop. We're just going to turn off player view so I can get this easily situated. Order. Rotate. Rotate. Rotated. Spin. Spin. There you go. You all arrive back at the. You take the, I imagine, direct path through the kitchen and then through the first floor hallway to the parlor. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? There is an interesting thing, by the way, as you step through the second floor. In fact, I will. It's such an interesting thing. I'm going to put you back a room. Kind of. Shit, y'all in different positions. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. As you step back through the hallway, heading back to the parlor, you notice something a bit weird about this room. The carpet from earlier, the geometrical dizzying pattern on it, kind of.
Wait, one
For
second. Why
Brennan-
are we over here? Isn't the stairs to the second floor? at
Oh,
the
you are
bottom?
correct. It is over there. Because that's a basement. No, you're correct. You're
Yeah,
correct. You're
okay,
correct.
I was in there like, wait a second, what? But I was wrong for a second. Then I went, no, that's the
Never
basement.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You wouldn't have gone through this area. I forgot that was the basement one and not the first floor.
Never
Stairs, you
mind,
know?
we don't notice any weird shit happening.
You don't notice any weird shit happening yet. We will go ahead and situate you properly then. Just slightly up. There we go. You return to the parlor as Alanik and Arthur are once again preparing what you can imagine the next seance. So they seem to be going through materials of the various books and instruments they have on you as Arthur messing around with stuff. Alanik seems to be studying the room. Some of the wards and paintings. Welcome back. It was a few hours, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that second floor is huge. A lot of very big open rooms.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I mean, honestly, from what it's described and seemed like on the outside, this place was huge. First
Only
floor,
in
I mean,
theories.
even. Just taking a look at the hallway. So, what did you find?
First, did you hear anything down here?
Yeah, I mean, the house was definitely creaking a bunch earlier, and the few clouds seemed to be gathering. Arthur took a look outside. It seems that there is a storm that's starting to approach.
Did you hear
The,
thunder or anything?
What?
Yeah, that would be the storm that Arthur was seeing approach.
Okay.
Yes, it appears that the mists and clouds have been settling in quite frequently today.
Any crows?
I think about probably hour, half, 2 hours after you guys left.
That sounds about right. Glances at Brennan.
The roads are no longer visible, so I don't think we'll be leaving for a bit. If the conditions are too bad outside to risk that. Well, it's a good thing we're going to be stuck here for at least a few more days, if right you guys are going at.
Yeah. There's a third floor. Didn't want to touch it.
I could tell you there was a third floor from outside.
Oh, I know. I just meant like it's a full third floor, not just like an attic.
Right, okay.
We did find a few things. A lot of those
Okay.
rooms are very empty.
I imagine. A lot of the stuff seems to be mostly entertainment stuff and Well, I couldn't find the office.
Yeah,
or you guys
that's
didn't find the
okay.
office before. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that we did find that. That was.
You didn't
where
find
a
the
lot-
living arrangements, so
A lot of the office was where at least half of the important stuff was.
all right.
Ulrich will produce the variety of objects that he has in his inventory from there. So like the deed to the house,
The gun.
the gun.
Just pull the gun on him.
Wow.
Puts down a
Okay, you
gun.
came across quite a find. Jeez.
Puts down the bullets, puts down the crushed bullet, pulls out the 4-foot necklace. He just keeps pulling shit out of his pockets.
That is quite a big necklace. Who wears something like that? A giant?
Almost the size of me.
Or I guess if you like to look
That's bigger
around
than me
multiple
sitting
times.
down.
Eh.
By the way, what was the? Is it just a chain, or is there something at the end of the necklace?
It appears to be somewhat of a symbol, actually, as you kind of pay attention to it for the first time. The symbol appears to be a kite shield with a sprig of belladonna on it and a sword.
Oh, it's a family crest. Got it.
Feel free to give me a religion check if you wish to.
Sure.
May I also?
Well, yeah, you definitely can.
What's your religion?
+2.
Okay, it's the same. So
I mean, you guys, it would be individual checks in the end.
yeah, I was just curious.
A neutral kind of guy.
Brainstorming isn't really something.
It would
to
only
help
be
with.
these two who could make it, so.
I will use my
Memories of the past, I believe?
yes.
Go ahead and click off
Knowledge
usage.
from the past. That's it.
Knowledge of the past, click usage, roll a d6. That's pretty fucking
Nice.
good. Orange, this kind of symbol doesn't really strike you as something familiar. You've been around a lot of places, you've seen a lot of symbols. Something comes to mind immediately through the jumble in your mind. However,
Yeah.
Boris, as you're kind of studying this, you get a feeling a very strange feeling, as if you recognize this from somewhere a long time ago, as flashes kind of go through your mind of kind of different scenes, people in hoods, the mists, a temple, a sort of statue of a woman with this symbol on her and wings, and the sword and shield as mist kind of capsulates and drags you back to where you are. As you recognize this as a symbol of the goddess Ezra, a very unique goddess to actually this region and much of Ravenloft, as she is kind of an interesting figure, we'll say the least of. Some people believe her to be either the harbinger, the bringer, or maybe the savior of, but all of them relate to the mists themselves, as this is the goddess Ezra, the mist itself. People believe that she is either, as mentioned before, someone who protects those from the mists and brings salvation to those lost in it, or perhaps is the embodiment of the mist and thus drags people into it for those who disappear.
Did I know it? Did I know anyone that was like a believer of this?
Of Ezra?
Yeah.
There's
In
a few
passing,
people that
probably?
could. There's a few people that could come to mind.
Okay.
It's somewhat oddly a mixed religion when it comes to areas that have a lot of practitioners and some that don't, as well as the openness about it. It depends really on where you're from.
Okay. Oh, it's not a family crest. It's a religious symbol. I don't know why it's on a 4-foot chain. You could practically smack someone with this.
How thick is the chain, or is it a fine chain? I don't remember.
It's a fine chain.
Or it kind of shrugs, and he's like, and he'll like kind of like fold and loop it a few times. I'm like, it's not the weirdest thing for someone to wear something like this.
I guess
It like makes it shorter that way.
I guess it's a little odd.
Maybe it's a city thing.
Maybe.
You said that was a religious symbol?
Yeah, it's for the Ezra. She's the
the
goddess of
mist.
the mists. Yeah, pretty much. It's the easiest way to explain it.
I've heard about her, yeah. From memory, it seems that some of those are more skeptical, believe the mists have a personified being known as Ezra.
Yeah.
Either ends up protecting people from the mists or drags them in. It's kind of back and
varies
forth on what you
person to
believe.
person.
She's supposed to be benevolent. Supposed to be is a key word, but with the
It-
mists,
It
never
all varies
know.
on if you've ever lost someone to the mist.
Yeah.
As soon as
Your
you
worldview
lose someone
kinda
to the
changes.
mist, you don't care.
Kind of takes on a more menacing aura.
The only other thing is, there is proof that my companions have been here.
Really?
Yes.
You were after companions? I
Yes.
can't remember
yeah,
you mentioning that before.
It wasn't brought up, but we talked about how we all had letters or notes to show up.
Mhm.
Mine was companions were stuck. It just wasn't important because I thought it was all a lie. It doesn't seem to be a lie, unless the house is really tricking me.
I honestly can't tell you. You know more about the house than I do at this point when it comes to what it does and doesn't.
Oh, it made a room, and I pointed over to the girls, just look like their bedroom at home, at child bedroom. How would you word that? Childhood bedroom.
Childhood room. Neither of us
There we
have
go.
seen it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the
Yeah,
difference with that? Those was that only they could see that room.
Mhm.
The house is full messing with.
Oh, good.
Gonna take a breather. Gonna eat something. Then we'll probably go
Okay.
fight the thing.
Gotcha. I think I'm about ready with the seance whenever you guys want to, if you want to finish
Let's,
that up and then...
let's kill the guardian and then hit a seance.
Okay. So you guys are taking a break for... How long do you say?
Probably not too long.
Like 30 minutes, maybe? If you're not taking
Yeah.
a proper short rest?
Yeah. A narrative
Okay.
rest.
Narrative rest. No
Also, you can
short
heal
rest.
that 2 damage you took.
It's not short rest, but you can heal
Not if
it
it's
with
short
something
rest.
else.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Nah.
Do you wish to take another 30 minutes?
I mean, what's an extra 30 minutes?
That's
What's
what
an
I was
extra
saying,
30
that's
minutes?
That's because what does that make it? Yeah,
I
like
mean,
9.
honestly, Brian also has
9:30.
the kit too.
That's what I
as
was
well.
meaning more.
Gotcha.
Ah, so baby, you only have 2 hit dice.
2 hit dice.
It's
It's only 2
prolonged.
hit points gone.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. You know, don't need
If
to really
you-
waste a resource on it.
Depends on how you feel, but 2 hit points
But
is...
that's 4 points of damage she could soak up in a battle.
Eh.
4 points of bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage, yes.
Ulrich, the personalities wise, Ulrich just wrapped a full scrap of cloth around her or something, and he's fine. He's not gonna.
Oryx, the grizzled
Rest of it.
detective with the dirty gauze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've had enough time to sit and rest. Let's go find out what this guardian is.
We are approaching 11, by the way.
I know,
if
I'm
you
setting
wanna go
this up
ahead
for
and-
a let's finish this
Gotcha.
and then we walk off.
You guys walk off as you go through the doors. And I say that's where we are going to end it off here.
Okay.
Surprisingly, you did more and less than I thought you would do this session.
see.
Duality of man.
Duality of nope, no, fuck off, we're not doing this.
Fuck off, no Leaper right now. I was imagining Leaper was going to take up like a little bit of time.
I know, I'm
You just went through the rest of the other floor, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, as soon as we fight the Leaper, there's a chance this house will hate us even more.
The Leaper's been
that's a
there for
completely fair
centuries.
statement.
It can last 2
Uh,
more hours.
You can last
And then the
two
house
hours.
hated us a lot second floor, and then that happened a third, and he's like, fuck it. We're gonna go
How
kill
many
the
times did Brennan move the counter up? 3 times?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, will I tell you, it's not a large counter either.
Yeah, I feel like.
I know. I
I
was
ju-
like, oh shit, the third one's gonna be it. I was like,
No. It's not rules of 3.
It's rules of nature.
Which rules I'm going with, you'll have to find out.
truly.
I do love just I didn't think of it, but just third foot now. I'd rather find a monster and just no.
I know. Orica's like, well, I guess if no one else is protesting, I guess we can go back.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna be like, look at third floor, then leave, and then you did all that, and it's like, oh no, reason just fuck it no.
Look, they
Nope.
gave me the material
No,
to
no.
do that. I did it.
No, fuck no.
They only told me to do 2 things, and I was like, yeah, but there's all these other things. And knowing Boris, I could really push it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, really make him upset.
I think my favorite was Shade's my reaction and Shade's comment on the office. There's another fucking door. God, this place just hates you.
There's a lot of room and very packed substance in certain rooms. But anyways, I think with that said,
Yep.
This has been another session as I have notes to prepare, finish preparing for next week, because I definitely now know you guys are going to get to those. I had a feeling you wouldn't get to the ones I was writing this week. I definitely know now. That gives me another week to come over with wacky ass bullshit and continue that.
More cupcakes.
It's already kind of nutty. I'm not gonna lie with some of the things, like not even just the what happens, but just the way I write it has
More
gone
cupcakes,
an
of
extra
course.
mile.
Alright.
I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
neither confirm or deny that.
Or deny what?
So is confirming. Got it.
I can
What are we
neither
confirming?
confirm or
Cupcakes.
deny
More cupcakes.
any
Ah.
more involvement of cupcakes.
I hope there's more. No, I like our pastry bandit. There was also one in the fireplace. That was new. That was festive.
Well, it wasn't a cupcake, but
It was a
It was
pastry
a
though,
cupcake. It was a pastry, but an
with
actual
writing on
cupcake.
it.
In any case, so, this has been another wonderful session for me. Probably not as tired, but I am ready to head off whenever you are, Shade.
Just to take over, of course. Of course, we have Dragonfall coming up tomorrow at the same shady time, same shady place. And yeah, gonna head out. So have a wonderful whenever you're watching this. Bye bye.
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 What big teeth she has!